Political Thirst Trap. I am Benjamin Dixon, joined by my brothers from other mothers. Mundell Robinson, man. I came to your event this weekend and that pull-up concert, bro. That thing was fire.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It was we had two at the same day. So in Fulton County, we had Monica and some other folk performing, and then we also had in Clayton County.
I didn't know you had Monica at one. I would have pulled up to the second one if I had known Monica. Monica, man, for people our age, like she was like she's up there. People our age, music wise, of course. What else going on with you, boy?
Man, that thing's the vote for me. You see the new sweaters. That's the concert series, and we got another concert, a massive concert happening on the 30th. So stay tuned for that too.
And just so everybody knows, obviously anybody watching who's been watching and actually knows the show knows we're talking about the vote in Georgia. The runoff campaign election that's happened on January 5th, and Mundell Black Male Voter Project is having a series of concerts trying to get the vote out. I was that one Saturday, first time really seeing human beings. Anyway, Marcus, how you doing, man?
I'm turning down my volume. Sorry about that. Hey, what's up?
What it do?
What's up? What's up, Mondell? What's up? What's up, Benjamin? What's up, Trap Squad? Man. Shout out to the Leatherneck for giving our show our first award. We won what?
Leather Hack.
Best.
Leather Hack, yeah.
Yeah, Leather Hack. Yeah, we won best. What is it? Best
Group
team dynamic. Group dynamics. Yeah. We won best group dynamics, and I don't like these two niggas, so that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I don't know how that happened. Man, with the amount of hatred that I have for this.
You better get to Jala. Is this your king?
First off, don't hold up white supremacy because y'all don't say nothing to me when I wear my polos and stuff like that. But as soon as I wear our traditional garb, y'all want to talk shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna be honest. Let me be honest with y'all. I'm mad because I didn't have a chance to actually go get my own, because this is the 21st, right? This is the alignment of the Black Super Saiyan Day, and I just knew for sure I was gonna be able to get something. But it is dope. I ain't gonna mess with you. You do look like you from Wakanda, man. It looks fire. That's a compliment. You from Wakanda?
I'm down, man.
Oh,
okay. I don't like Wakanda.
I didn't know if we were about to. I didn't know if we were going to inadvertently go into a roast session right then. I
don't like Wakanda.
You don't like Wakanda?
He don't. No. He's explained this before.
You talking about the movie or the concept?
Mondell does not like
the concept. I definitely like the movie. Don't like the concept.
Yeah, I mean, conceptually, it's problematic on a lot of levels, especially because,
you let the people around you starve, and you got this vibranium that you could fix everything they suffering from.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely more of the Killmonger guy, right?
He's not. That's Mondell. No, Killmonger was my major problem with the movie. Killmonger actually is a black man who was on fire, who had no strategy. He just want to kill everybody. That is not.
Let me say this.
That's white's idea of what black people want. We want equity.
Bro, you, in a weird way, whether you know it or not, you're hitting at the core of the underlying issue of a whole lot of stuff that's happening right now. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. Ben. Shout out to everybody on Twitter.
Hold on, I want to give a happy birthday shout out to Aurora. She said it's her birthday. She comes in our chat room all the time. So happy birthday, sis. We always see you in hanging out with us. I think you're Caucasian, but if I got you wrong, I'm sorry. But even we want to make sure that you know that we appreciate you showing up to our show every Monday through Friday. And happy birthday!
Yeah, and happy birthday.
Yeah, go ahead, Ben. Say more about what you're talking about, brother.
Well, underlying. There's an underlying thing that I realized about America, and I realized it around George Floyd protest. I realized that America and the revolution, quote unquote, revolutionary class in America, what we've come to term, it's been an evolution of this conversation. So I would say we collectively have come to term this as the monetized revolutionary complex. They'll let black folks go out here and get ourselves killed in the name of revolution and being radical, just like, you know what I mean? Like historically, like we have gone out there and been the ones who understood the genuine evil of America's empire, right? Who else is going to know it better than us besides indigenous people and people in the global South, right? So in America, inside of America's empire, black folks understand white supremacy and capitalism at a level that's almost damn near at our DNA. And what I've learned during the George Floyd protests was when there is an actual moment in American history where we all collectively have said, this government's going to have to answer for this. There was a whole lot of people in that monetized revolutionary complex who stood down, while a lot of black people and a lot of white folks out there who stood up. Before we go too deep into that, I just want to say this. Don't be a revolutionary, everyone. Don't let these folks pump you up and push you out there to go out there and stand and stare this government down face to face. Because you know what we learned during the George Floyd protest? There's a lot of people in that monetized revolutionary complex who were more interested in talking about cancel culture at that time than actual revolution. So I would just say to all the killmongers in the audience, don't y'all go out there and die on behalf of this country.
I think that's a great like analogy. And here's what I want to say. You can't cancel the truth. I mean, like there's and I stole that from somebody on HBO. I don't want to say his name because I don't like him too much.
Yeah, you don't like that.
He you know what I'm saying, but the thought was the truth. You can't cancel the truth. I mean,
right.
And I think when the idea is we are supposed to be locked in step, even at our own expense or at the expense of people that we have trust in, people that we are in comradeship. Did I just make that up? Let's roll with it.
Camaraderie, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's too cool. A comradeship. Let's just keep it. Let's roll with it.
We make our own words.
Shakespeare made up fucking half of the dictionary if we wanted to. Why the fuck I can't?
Do it
anyway. Yeah. So like when we are asked to sacrifice like our little bitty access that's meant to make betterment of our communities, just because somebody with 1 million or 2 million, or how many followers you got, said so, and then everybody jumps on board like it's a smart strategy. When the history of history show not only is it not a smart strategy, it is a failed strategy that has been used against us every time, and it makes no sense, especially for people who are already marginalized, that represent some of the most marginalized districts in the proverbial global South within this nation.
So what you saying, Mundell, is that Jimmy Dore was going to have those black women and brown women and Muslim sister and people in the squad jumping up to fight the revolution that he's monetized, but he ain't actually going to lose nothing on. They will.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not really a revolution the way it's presented to me. First of all, I know something about protests. Is it's my thing.
Just a little bit of something.
Just a little bit. So I don't understand. I don't understand Jimmy Dore's angle. I want him to tell me, how do you get the women of the squad, the members of the squad, to force a floor vote? I want to know the how. Tell me the how. And anybody that's watching, whether you are a member of the Trap Squad, if you are a gun-toting squirrel with us or not, tell me. If you follow Dore, tell me his strategy to make AOC force a floor vote
that actually has anything beyond.
No, not that actually has. I want to know how you force a floor vote. Do you know the rules of Congress?
Oh,
is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me how.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is you say something that sounds fucking radical on the internet, and motherfuckers that don't know shit about how Congress work and how many rules exist to prevent you from fucking usurping the power of Nancy Pelosi as the speaker exist, means you don't know shit except for excitement. And it's stupid because you're talking shit about AOC, who I criticize often. But this motherfucking woman, before she stepped foot in the House of Congress the day of, in 2019, when she was about to get seated as a congresswoman, was fucking at Nancy Pelosi's door protesting.
Yeah,
with protesters. Some of my fucking friends were out there. Don't talk about her living in power.
Yeah,
you don't know what the fuck it means to be on the outside and in her position.
Can I hop in?
That shit is tacky. Hold on a second, Marcus. Because I seen the internet and it had my soul on fire, and I'm mad because you're the only person in garb, and we said we were gonna be in garb today, and I ain't get a chance either because I'm an internet troll looking at these motherfuckers. What are y'all talking about? Who are those? I'm assuming they want them to. I don't even want to say the word because then they're going to start trying to figure out how to do it. I want somebody that supports that movement to tell me how they plan on forcing a vote. I want to hear that. They keep saying forcing a vote, and that shit sounds dope, but it sounds stupid. Because what's going to happen is, just like when the sister did produce the Green New Deal as a resolution, right? She did that in 2019, in February, right? That means she had been in office less than a fucking month and already produced, like, let's run with this. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere in committee. So there's a way to get something out of committee. I want y'all to tell me how to do it and tell me the strategy around getting to 218.
Because
I want to hear that.
Because you do have to get out the Energy and Commerce Committee first, and well, that didn't work out too well for them last week. Go ahead, Marcus. It didn't work out too well for us, but I'm talking about these folks who thought they had the most brilliant strategy of all strategies and were asking the squad to sacrifice their power. But go ahead, Marcus.
Listen, first, I'm going to say this right here. I don't give a fuck. I just don't. Both. I don't give a fuck if it happens. I don't give a fuck if it don't happen. I really don't. I don't care, right? Because to Mondale's point, it's a losing effort. But if it does get on the floor, right? Listen, I understand the strategy, but my thing is bigger than that. My thing is this, to anybody watching.
You understand it, brother?
No, listen to what I'm saying. My thing is this, to anybody watching. Okay. If y'all want to push this shit, y'all want to make black and brown women push this shit, then reparations better be a part of it.
Somebody already put in the chat room, hashtag
that's
Rep1.
All that's all I'm gonna say.
Hashtag Rep1.
Yeah. If y'all want to force a floor vote with forcing black and brown, y'all never ask white people to do nothing.
Except collect money.
They don't, man. Listen to what I'm saying to you. It's like I don't care. I don't care if people clip this and make something out of it, right? I don't care. I don't care. Like,
just honestly,
yeah. I mean, like, you know what I mean? In bad faith, I don't care. Listen, if and I went on Bree's show and said the same thing, and I'm gonna say it I'll say it to Jimmy's face. Y'all are using black people. I don't care. Y'all using black people. Y'all don't threaten Nancy Pelosi's career because y'all can't, because you don't have the power to do it. Right? So if y'all gonna do it, reparations better be added to it. We've been fighting for reparations longer than Medicare for All was even a word or a term. So why not? Also, again, I have to do this every show, and I'm gonna do it till y'all understand it. It builds a coalition that y'all are afraid to build. Y'all are afraid to build a coalition with black people and brown and indigenous people. Y'all want to have a coalition of white people who are smarter than everybody else in the room and lose every time and expect people to work on just, it has to be Medicare for all and that's it. No. If we're going to do this, if we're going to force people to not be effective in Congress to bring up coalition to prove a point, then build a coalition to do it so we can all have something to fight for. Listen. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Okay, listen, guys. I would be on all of these people's side. And I don't care what Dr. West does. Dr. West is my mentor. He's not my dad.
You spoke to him.
Yeah, and I talked to him. And I talked to Dr. West. Dr. West heard what I had to say, heard what we had to say, and said, let's go ahead and tell everybody you've talked to me, and I'll be back in January to discuss this further.
So here's my thing.
So I need people to stop trying to, first off, let me say something else. Y'all can't cancel this show. Y'all can't cancel me. We are all individual human beings on this show. Like Benjamin Dixon, he's his own man. Mondale Robinson, he's his own man. Marcus Farrell, he's his own man. Y'all ain't gonna cuss at me. Y'all ain't gonna tell me what to do. Y'all ain't running shit about me. Y'all ain't running shit about me, right? So stay out my inbox.
Oh, they ain't
I don't have to check nobody on this show. I don't have to check nobody.
Somebody told you.
I don't have to check nobody. I don't have to do shit that you tell me to do because I ain't trying to tell you what to do. All I'm trying to do is get free around here. Okay, right. And we can get into the discussion later on about all that bullshit, but stay out of my goddamn inbox with y'all fuckery, not knowing what the hell y'all talk about because you're messing with the wrong one. Straight up.
Yeah. So for me,
Mondale, give me 30 seconds. So we got somebody in the waiting room who wanted to join us this morning for the conversation, and I just want to bring her in. Rebecca Azor is joining us this morning for the conversation. What's going on, sis?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you good. You sound loud and clear.
Somebody
Boy, I love that microphone. That microphone sounds amazing. That's an amazing microphone.
Wait, why she got our microphone?
Why she got y'all microphone?
Why she got all of our microphone? What's going on here?
Well, this is. Oh yeah, no, she family for you know.
Things go starting, and it's just really early. It's really early.
I completely forgot y'all had some long-standing, outstanding roast that y'all had to get out between the two of y'all. My bad. Let me take a step back and get out of the line of fire.
It's a little tense this morning. Like, what's going on? Look,
I'm tense. I got a brand new puppy, and he in there cussing me out on the outside. Like he in there cussing me out. Literally, I hear him. Y'all can't hear him. He in there like,
why you got him outside the door?
Huh? No, he's outside the room, not outside the door.
Outside the room, yeah.
So here's what I'm saying. There is some tension, and I think you came in. I mean, we having a real conversation about strategy, political strategy, and what it means to burn it for white folk who have strange ass ideas, and their definition of this purity test shit that we do sometimes on our side is ridiculous. And also, I think right now it's coming at the expense of like what's smart. And I mean, and I don't say that to be coy. I'm really talking about what's smart. I want to hear the strategy behind this forced vote. And people, I really believe, this is going to sound arrogant as hell, but I don't care. I really believe people are stupid when it comes to how the House works. They don't know how you get a vote at the House. None of them know the history of. What's up, Chris? I'm trying not to say how this works because I'm telling you, once we say how this works, it's gonna become their strategy. So I want to hear them explain to me, how do you force a vote to the floor? How do you get? How do
they actually know the technical? Yes, exactly.
Because I'm telling you, it's just talk right now. I was all night on Twitter trying to get somebody to tell me.
So let me frame, if y'all don't mind, let me frame the conversation a little, just slightly different. Same as that conversation, we're not going to change the topic. Somebody in the chat room said the focus needs to be on Georgia right now. And the brilliant thing about this, and they didn't say that in terms of we should change the subject, but they were like, you know, this whole thing that's happening on Twitter needs to be done because, you know, we got to win Georgia. And the thing about it is that, you know, Mondale, we started the show with your two concerts that you had this weekend in Georgia for the special election. We got
not to mention we also canvassed in Georgia all weekend talking to black men. Not to mention we text black men with our pay staff, and also we had volunteers from all over the country texting, and there are tons of work happening. We will handle this conversation. We will have this conversation, and we will win Georgia as well. Go ahead, Ben.
Exactly. And we got low key, we got 2 commercials coming out over the next 2 weeks to really push Georgia. So the folks that you talking to, matter of fact, Rebecca, you just hosted an event this goddamn weekend about Georgia, about the Georgia special election and how we can get out the vote. Marcus, you've been in this space the whole time, setting up one of the reasons we got this far in the first place with New Georgia Project. So you literally have, folks, 1, 2, 3, 4 black people on this show who have committed damn near everything, not only to our beliefs, but to strategies that we know absolutely have to. Because here's my question. Let me run this to everybody. How do we even get anything, Medicare for all, if we don't win Georgia? You literally do not get anything done if you don't win. So if everybody is focused all of our energy on Twitter to forcing a floor vote, which is a stunt, which they all admitted is really just a stunt because none of them expected to win. The problem is that you literally have the capacity to move the ball in the direction that will help us actually get, or at least call them on the carpet, because you can force the floor vote in the House, and if we don't have the Senate, Democrats get to do what they always do, which is to say, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it because we didn't have the Senate. So of course we're focused on Georgia because we're going to take that out of play. They're not going to be able to say that because we did everything we could to help them win Georgia. That's all.
Listen, can't nobody tell me, like, first
about the work.
I didn't spend so much time in Georgia, man. Like I relocated from Arizona to work in Georgia and make black women win and turn the state blue. And right. So, man, whatever. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, like, you can't force no vote without black people. That's it. That's it. I mean, I mean, it's as sketchy of an idea as it is. Like, and I noticed something. Whenever I bring this up, people change the conversation online, right? They say stuff like, well, the percentage of people that believe in reparations are less than 10%. Bullshit. That's a lie. You just made that up, right? That's absolutely a lie. And guess what? The percentage of people who like Martin Luther King was low. If that's the case, and y'all still worship him to death every single day, call him out. If you don't add on black people, because all weekend long is like syntax era to all the people who are pushing this floor vote shit, right? So if we're gonna push the floor vote, right? I'm gonna say personally, I have a different viewpoint than, I guess we do have the same viewpoint, but I don't care if we push it or not. Mondale sounds right. Like it does seem like a silly theory if you don't know how to make it happen. Benjamin sounds right. Like we're putting people at risk, right? But on the same token, I feel like, okay, if y'all want to do it, if this is the grand progressive gesture that we plan on doing,
this the big one.
This is it.
They've been planning this shit forever.
Yeah. So if this is our play, then how come we can't add reparations to it? How come we can't add Green New Deal to it? How come we can't add the things that black and brown communities, how come we can't use this moment as a cross-section to actually create relationships between the black, brown, Latino community and white progressives? How come we can't do that? You know why? Because they have to have their shit first and only their shit. And they're willing to have black folks and brown folks with like poor neighborhoods who the only thing that they get good is a decent health care. And they don't even understand. Whenever massive policies are pushed in America, whatever massive policy it is, the Great New Deal, what Obamacare, no matter what happens in America, black folks and brown folks have less access to it. Mail, postal service, less access to it. Whatever policy that happens in America, whatever policy that gets pushed in America, black people have historically always got less of it. So what's that? So if we get Medicare for all, what if we can't even have access to hospitals, transportation systems that actually get us to the goddamn hospital, right? Doctors that actually believe our black women when they saying that they're in pain at the same portion, right? We have not addressed systemic racism. So Medicare for all is not going to work that well within black communities without addressing systemic racism, which reparations does. Bro, I'm so tired of us having this facade argument about everything else besides black people shit first.
So Marcus, hold on a second. Rebecca, I want you to say something, but Ben, I want that comment to stay up, brother, because I don't want to just address. I think the one you just put up with some Dragon Noir was her last, like the last part of her handle, and I want to
talk about money over politics.
She said, why is money in politics isn't first? Why reparations first? Why not money in politics and Medicare for all? It was the last comment.
I'm gonna pull it back up.
So Rebecca, if you can address that comment and also what we're talking about when you speak, and take your time and also address this guy who said we are paid by the Democratic Party and why should they trust us?
Why you putting all that on me? You know you love to get them trolls together.
I definitely like to get them together, but go ahead.
But clearly to the troll in the comment section, we're like, there's no reason for us to even get on it. Like, y'all know, y'all here. Why are we paid by? We're doing the work because we want to do the work. This is actually a show where people have a heart to do this. Everything is genuine over here, and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. So
wait a minute. Now, did you see that video? I love that video. Go ahead.
Where the money resides, because they don't reside right here. Where the money resides. We're doing it out of the good of our heart, so that Black folks, like Marcus was saying, like, we need to understand that we need to be fighting for us to get the money. We need to be fighting for us to get more than just what these people are throwing out there, the little crumbs. And we'll be like, yes, this is great. No, because white folks got so much good stuff, great stuff for years and years and years. Now we have this platform. We need to take control and start asking for the things that are necessary and that we need. So I don't know what the big hoopla is about. When we speak against people in the progressive communities, like we always say on the show, we gonna hold everybody accountable. If you're wrong, if we feel that you're wrong, or if one person in this group feels like you're wrong, that's just it. That's their opinion, especially if they back it up with what they said. There is no reason why this should be about attacking a Black woman or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter who you are. If we're coming correct, if not cussing nobody out or whatever, progressives are gonna disagree. We ain't gonna be feeling that. There's a space for people to have the conversation. If you don't want to have the conversation, move on. We have a fight to win. We're out here literally trying to get our lives. There is no room for all this other shit in the background. Like the whole canceling and the whole of this just don't make no sense to me. Like, we trying to win Georgia right now. We got things to do. Like, I just don't get why people will make something so small, like, getting a clip, editing it, and making it something that it's not. And what I'm saying is, what they're making it is like, this Black woman is being attacked by this Black progressive, and it's supposed to be X, Y, and Z. And I just don't get it, because that's not the truth. That's just a frame narrative that fits in the Twitter space in politics. And I just don't understand.
Hold on, real quick.
Hold on, Marcus. Hold on.
If you go to fec.org, you don't see Marcus Farrell's name anywhere. You don't see none of my names on it. You don't see Clickbaity name on it. Stop fucking lying,
bro. Facts. Here's my thing.
Wait. What's happening right now? I'm gonna finish my statement. Please let me finish my statement. What's happening right now is very goddamn simple. Y'all don't want to have a conversation about Black anything, so you're gonna try to come at us with everything at the moon except what's actually happening. We are Black people who understand progressive politics. I am not done. We are Black people that understand progressive politics. And that's it. Y'all want to change the conversation. Y'all want to make it about Ben does this. Y'all want to make it about Marcus does that. Y'all want to be making it about they're getting paid by the DNC. No, we're not. We're talking to you and y'all white little people who pay y'all motherfuckers. You little white troll bots that are paying y'all are trying to stop us from growing our shit.
This is the beauty of what I was saying at the beginning of the show.
When I said,
receipts. Hold on. We got more than receipts. Let me show you. The person who just put in here that said we were paid by his name, it says building our power. I'm assuming you're a troll since you're building our power, and I don't know who this our is because you're not over here with us. So I'm cool with that. Let me go deeper. You literally just went to another platform and said that I am paid for I'm paid by the Democratic Party. Literally, you said Mondale is paid for or paid by Democracy for Now. It's actually Democracy for America. Democracy for America is the opposite of the Democratic Party, you fucking idiot. Dumbass. We are one of the first fucking progressive PACs in this country doing national work, endorsing candidates from dog catcher to president that are progressive. You fucking moron. This is what I'm talking about. These people go online, Google some shit, and think they got some shit. It ain't Democracy for Now. That's a dope ass TV show. Kinda. You fucked that name up too. We are Democracy for America. We're not the political party. We criticize the Democratic Party. We talk shit about Nancy Pelosi and that style of politics on a regular basis.
Let me put this on the screen. They wild. Let me put this on the screen. They say, what's the plan? They said, what's the plan?
This been happening all weekend.
Damn, I ain't want money. I ain't want money to be this way, but let's do it. What's the plan? We ain't the one exactly.
Wait, no. We can address the plan because I'm gonna be honest with you.
You give them too many acorns.
Dog, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The fact of the matter is that we are the reason this conversation is important and worthwhile. And I ain't backing off this thing. I just want to say that for the record. There's never been a part of me that ever backs down, especially when I know the truth is on my side. Oh, I have no problem. I lost 15,000 followers on Twitter this weekend. You know how much I allocated for this? All of them. I will fucking burn every single follower I have on this issue because I'm telling the truth. And everybody who may or may not want to speak to me understands that. So when we talk about the plan, the fact of the matter is we are really arguing over a difference of actual strategies. You're talking about half of, or whatever this percentage of leftists in America who have decided to coalesce around Jimmy Dore and this idea about challenging. Well, notice the challenging the speaker for the Medicare for All bit. That's done now, right? That's not even really a part of the conversation now. The conversation went exactly where I told you all it was going to go. It went to undermining the power base of the squad. Because right now this week, if you looked at me and said, well, what's the plan? And you asked me what is the plan of Jimmy Dore and that faction of the left, it is to neutralize the left. It is to neutralize the squad. It is to neutralize the progressive movement. And who does that benefit? That actually benefits neoliberal Dems the best. If you ask us what our plan is, we are literally getting people to primary these centrists. Like we are actively working to win Georgia right now and simultaneously lining up folks to primary every Democrat who doesn't support Green New Deal. Every Democrat that we could raise enough money for. I got to put that caveat there because we're stealing money in politics, right? But we are primarying everybody who doesn't support Medicare for all. Everybody who doesn't support DC and Puerto Rico statehood. Like we are actually out here doing the work and y'all asking what the plan is. Well, I mean, we've been telling you the plan.
I got a plan.
What's your plan? Rep 1?
Rep 1.
Period.
Like
that, get it all.
See, it's so selfish. It's almost selfish to just try to force a floor vote. These people don't understand the dynamics of politics nationwide. They are ignoring the South when they make you ignore the South when you try to make your famous progressive play just about Medicare for all. You ignore it. You do. Let me tell you why. Because the people who've been blocking Medicare for all are politicians from the South, right? But they're going to continue to block it until you do something to put them in a corner. Also,
facts.
If these black folks and these Latinx folks and these progressive folks or these Democratic folks openly who represent black districts openly vote or turn down, if we can force a floor vote, which obviously is hard, if they openly turn down a package that has reparations in it for black people, then that gives us a chance to do done. All it gives us a chance to primary them with talking points that literally help us get more progressives in office. But y'all so selfish and have to make it about what y'all want to make it about. We ain't got why people don't believe in it. There's so many excuses not to actually say, you know what, let's add reparations to this right here.
Yo, I gotta get these comments because they driving me nuts, bro. Like,
yeah, you can't read the comments.
Hold on. So you want strategy? That's the strategy. Add something black to it so you can build a coalition. But guess what? Y'all are like, it's like Bernie Sanders 2016, 2020, and now going into 2021, y'all refuse to build coalitions with the issues that try to help out African Americans so we can have a progressive America, not just a progressive Northeast, not just a white progressive power base.
Don't forget the Northwest, though. Don't forget the Northwest.
Hold on.
Hey.
Can we talk about this? I just like this. I need our people to see what's going on. Like I am super open to. I love the fact that we interact with this chat room, and I probably spend too much time looking down and not at you all. I'm so sorry.
He loves the chat.
That is. I love the chat, and I took myself away from the chat because I used to comment in the chat. So, but now I'm just reading them, and this got building our power. Whoever you are, you already were wrong about. That stupid shit.
Let me go block this dude so Mondale don't end up talking to him the whole episode.
You know what?
Ben
white girl stuff.
Let me read this. It says Ben is egotistical and misogynistic AF, right? Then he said, getting paid by the DNC. This is hilarious. If you worked for Bernie or anyone around that, I don't even know what to say, that you were paid for by the DNC. What? Yeah. So I didn't work for Bernie. Ben didn't work for Bernie. No. So you're saying if you work for Bernie, you get paid for by the DNC? That makes no sense.
That's the exact opposite of the history.
You don't really understand what's going on. Furthermore, the DNC is an entity. You can check who's paid for them, bro. You're literally up here just spouting stuff that makes no sense, which is tragic. And also it weakens the fact that you're up here defending Jimmy Dore, whoever the fuck he is or not. So here's my thing for you. If you don't want to have a substantive debate, I want you to stay up here because you might learn something. But Ben is about to be on that block shit because I'm gonna send him a private message and tell him to get rid of you. You're an ignorant idiot.
I was gonna say it's up to you.
I literally want to have this conversation about how you force a vote. People are literally saying in the chat that we won't even allow our AOC, the squad won't even allow this to go to a floor vote. You don't understand how this works if that's your thinking. That is not how you get a floor vote in Congress. And I really, really, really want to give you a lesson on how to get a floor vote in Congress. But I want y'all to tell me our strategy first.
Hey, let me put this on here, bro. Let me put this on the screen real quick. Marcus Dake Ved, I guess how you pronounce it, said, y'all done got Marcus's 15% of Irish blood riled up.
Listen, so let me get up in the conversation. I'll let you guys, hoorah and get all, y'all was hot. I think a lot of the conversation that you guys are having is very important, because calling out, especially on this channel, this is what it's good for. We're going to call out them progressives that ain't right. All right. Mm-hmm. And we're going to start talking about what needs to be done, what we need to do, how we need to mobilize, how we need to push forward, what we think is best for our community, how we think is best, and the reasons why we think is best. Now, here's the thing. If we focus so much on because we're going to have opposition all day. Everybody in the progressive movement or whatever ain't going to be for us. It doesn't matter. Right. Sometimes money looks better. Sometimes, fame looks better. Sometimes all of that just looks better. But I feel like if we continue to sit on those particular people who want to cancel us because they have the following or whatever, that's taken away from what y'all got going on, because you guys are building something so constructive and so new, and it's necessary. Nobody else is really coming after these folks and moving on and talking about what needs to be done. Nobody else is doing that but y'all. So I feel like, I like to see you guys heated and hot and getting in them, but we can't last too long on that because there's work to be done, right? And you guys are building something bigger and greater. And you're Black men. You already know, me as a Black woman, I already know as well. We know that they're going to come for us and try to divide us as much as they can. When we disagree, they're going to make it bigger and say, this is division, and look what this Black man is doing, and look what this Black woman is doing, and all kinds of bullshit. We not own that. We not own that. So
wait, I gotta ask a question. Is Adrian is she putting in these orange and green hearts for goddamn FAMU? Because if that's
better be, and that's so
we can end.
I saw it. I glanced down. I was
this
like,
goddamn stream. Listen.
I think it's about Irish love.
Oh,
that could be it too. But you are a FAMU person too as well. So it's all love. It's all love.
Ali Boombaye. Ali Boombaye. Hey, listen. You're right. Yeah. You're right, Rebecca. So I'm gonna say this right here. When it comes down to this forced to vote thing, y'all, if anybody's not mentioning Black people stuff at all, I mean, I haven't even heard them say we need police reform. Like you dig what I'm saying? Like,
oh no, some of them are telling us to change our messaging on that.
Give us something, right? And what I noticed is people were like, people are trying to add stuff on. Yeah. That's what Republicans do. that's what every Democratic, Republican, and independent operative does. They add things on that makes people want to support it even more or less, right? So I'm sorry, folks. You know what I find interesting? Here's what I find interesting. Here's what I'm gonna say to everybody who supports Medicare for all and doesn't support reparations. Right, because everybody's been throwing this at me all weekend. You don't support Medicare for all, bitch. I've been supporting Medicare for all, but way before most people knew what it was. So I don't have a problem with Medicare for all. I support both. I have a both and strategy. Rep one is a both and strategy. But my thing for everybody is this right here. If we're going to force a vote and y'all don't have anything Black in it, if you don't believe in reparations but you believe in Medicare for all, then you ain't progressive. You're not a progressive.
Not only are you not progressive, you probably are a centrist. Straight up. I mean, straight up. So let me because here's what people are asking you. They're telling you to support the Band-Aid company maker, but not the thing that's cutting you, right? I see healthy Black men get murdered by cops and racist institutions. The cops are just the proverbial thing. I'm talking about America killing Black men on a regular basis. I see America killing Black women on a regular basis. The healthcare system, we die of many deaths. We die in the school education. We die in the prison system. We die in jails, waiting to be tried, which means we are innocent, right? And I'm talking about the proverbial deaths. And then we really, really die, shorten lives. And it's all because of institutional racism, and reparation is designed to address all of that. So if you all are upset that you don't understand our priority list, and if it bothers you that we want to talk about reparations more than anything, or black issues or institutional racism. Mm-hmm. The morning show's on.
Check yourself.
Yeah. The morning show's on CBS or whatever channel it comes on. ABC. That ain't our cup of tea. Over here, we're gonna talk about what's killing us, and it's you white progressives trying to do some silly shit talking about forced to vote.
Here's the other thing.
I gotta stay here, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I just want to stay in this space
right
because it's so painful that it's so many people on the internet saying silly shit. Like the guy just said, I'm paid by the Democrats because I got Act Blue on a website. You don't even know what Act Blue is, bro.
They don't, bro.
Go to Bernie Sanders received his funds through Act Blue. It's a nonprofit that takes progressive funds.
That's because they stupid,
smart,
dog.
bro.
They really are dumb.
But then these people have platforms where they're out here, espousing this craziness about forcing a floor vote and don't even know who Joseph Cannon is or the reason we have an ability to force a floor vote. And you don't know the process, because if you knew the process, you would know that 14 or 204, if we had 204 progressive vote in Congress, was not enough to force a floor vote. You would know once you get to 216, the last two Democrats or Republicans that are likely to vote for you would get so much pressure from the Democratic leadership that they would be afraid to breathe, rather jump off the fucking bridge than take that. You don't know what you're talking about when you're talking about forcing a floor vote. You don't understand the process. You don't know what a discharge petition is. There it is. I said it. I finally gave you an answer. You don't know how to make a discharge petition become a resolution or a bill. This is why you're telling AOC to force a floor vote. She has no power to force a floor vote. Because what 217 Democrats are going to line up behind her to be sacrificed by Nancy Pelosi? Because in the House, retribution for going against the Speaker is not punishable. The Speaker of the House, in the House, power is absolute. Stop playing games with these colored women's motherfucking position and go talk to your white representative in California and tell that motherfucker to force a floor vote. This shit is not strategic. It is stupid beyond stupidity. You're telling people who represent majority minority districts to sacrifice any little
their entire career
power they have for your stupid ass. You want to know my strategy? My strategy is to unelect motherfuckers that don't understand what progressive politics is. Someone said if we don't get the strategy, we're not serious people. I'm serious about unelecting unprogressive fucking people at all costs. Check my resume. Furthermore, if you want to know my strategy, it's to make sure motherfuckers don't listen to y'all with these dumbass ideas.
Mondale,
it's like trying to tell humans if I put a battery operated fucking motor on my back, I can jump off the CNN tower and go for a fucking flight. Your shit is stupid.
Let me jump in here. In regards to the other reason to put reparations on that, right? And it's obviously there's two parts of that for me. One, they ain't gonna want to put reparations first, for real, and that is the problem. That's the progressives. You're going to have a lot of progressives line up who are not going to want to put reparations on that bill. And for me, I'm all for it for two reasons. One, it does expose the white supremacy in progressive spaces. It exists. It has been here. And every person on this screen has been burned by y'all white progressives that you think are superheroes. Every person on this screen has been in the game long enough to have been literally burned by white progressives who smile in your face, but at the end of the day, they're gonna end up telling you talking about race too much. So I'm all for reparations being on that for two reasons. Three reasons. Number one, it's going to expose a whole lot of white progressives and the white supremacy that is still in the white progressive spaces. You are not immune. You do not have a vaccine for white supremacy just because you put progressive on your label. Number one. Number two, if you actually do come on board with reparations and y'all put that in there and we make it the centerpiece of the package that we're going to use to get Medicare for all and the Green New Deal, guess what? I feel like that guy on the meme. You're going to win. You know why? Because you're going to get damn near 99.9% of black folks supporting whatever coalition is going to stand up against white supremacy enough to say reparations. That's it. You got the winning coalition, but y'all don't really want that. And the third reason I'm for reparations, because y'all owe us, period.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons. Like this is owed to us. This is not nothing that we should be begging for, period. But I want to say something from what you were saying. I don't know why people are surprised that there's white supremacy in white progressive spaces. I don't understand why that's a problem that was stated, and I don't understand why that's a problem that we pointed out people who are boosting the white supremacy in white progressive spaces. I can honestly say I ain't even know when I started in politics that I myself, who was working for a white progressive, was boosting his shit like nobody's business. And I had to really, sit in that and be like, this is fucking uncomfortable. This ain't right. I can no longer be a part of this. Like, you have to understand, in these spaces, we do have people who are racist as fuck, who literally any agenda that they're pushing is only going to be something to benefit white folks. And that's on period. Like, everybody knows that. So what is the shock? Why is everybody so shocked? Why is everybody feeling like somebody should be canceled because we're calling that out? No, we have to start stripping, taking the blankets off, and removing the mask from people's faces, or holding the mirror up to people's faces. Like, listen, you are supporting something that only supports white folks. Where is what's going to benefit the black community in these progressive spaces? How do we call these other people out? This is part of the work that we do. Like, we not kissing ass all day. We not making money from this. Like, come on, somebody. Like, this is what people need to understand. So why is there a shock?
Let me help my man Porter.
I want to respond. I want to respond real quick.
All right.
So again, if people are so fan based and so simple minded, right? And I'm trying not to disrespect anybody. Would you? Simple-minded people understand something. Nobody on this show is against Medicare for all. I pushed Medicare for all and your champion Bernie Sanders to the point where I lost my credibility within certain aspects of the black community because I was busy pushing Medicare for all and Bernie Sanders. And I've been doing that first. You know why I know what the hell I'm talking about? Because I've had real black people who vote and control portions of the black segment of our voting blocks who actually understand politics in the South tell me that there's a lack of coalition building from your side of the house. Y'all need to figure out something else. I know these people. I know why y'all come to South Carolina and get your ass whipped every single time. I know who it is. I know how to beat these people, bro. We all believe in Medicare for all. It's not that we're saying no Medicare for all. That's so dumb. Stop lying. Stop trying to make us your bad guy. In the portal, I see you. You want to bounce? Peace. We don't care.
He said he wanted to bounce?
Yeah, he want to leave? Fine.
No, right? I said I just wanted to. If you want to leave, that's fine. But I was just going to answer him.
I don't think he's calling us clowns. He said these niggas is clowns. I'll tell you what's clown move. Yeah, whatever. I don't really give a damn, right? Like, first you can't whoop my ass.
Oh my God.
Second, you don't pay me, right? Second, nobody. This. And by the way, guys, hey America, this is an unpaid show.
Oh, what? Wait a minute. What?
Whoa, pause. That's right.
They didn't know that, did they?
We get up every single morning and we do this for free.
I mean, the super chats, though. But that
money go right back into the show. That money ain't coming back to Marcus Farrell's house. Not my car. Not my bills. Right? I could ask for it, but nobody's getting paid because we do other things. Right
now, we need to clarify something. Wait, we got to clarify because you know how these people in our chat gonna be like, they like Ben ain't gave them this super chat, buddy. Yeah, and we know we all know where the
it goes to equipment,
but we do. We all know it's going to microphone. It's going to the website, Clickbaity website. We got a DJ who was going to be on this morning. It's going. I just want to put that on the record. But as far as anything else, raise your hand if you get a paycheck to do this shit.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, look, I said, no, I don't.
I mean, I get a paycheck to do the broader channel. Obviously, I built the channel and whatnot, and on the YouTube.
I'm putting it into the atmosphere.
But this show is on. This is on GP. None of us get money to do this show.
Can I just say something real quick? Let's just this is work. This show is a lot of work. We spend a lot of hours on this, and And it bothers me that we aren't paid for it, because I see some of the shit on CNN and MSNBC that motherfuckers do get paid for. So that's a whole nother story. And Fox, that's a whole nother story. But here's what I want to say though. I just we
This is good. Ben spent all the super chat money on sweaters.
So I mean, people. Here's what bothers me so much. This is like the inability to learn. People want. This is white centering, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by this is white centering. People are telling us, listen, this is their arguments. They're making an argument to try to force this floor vote. I'm not going back there because that already just sent me over the deep end, because it reminds me of so much other shit in politics about how white people get paid and know nothing about what they're saying, and yet and still they get paid more and more every election cycle to supposedly turn out the black vote that they never do. That's a whole nother story.
Oh, and it's the same fight that's going on in Georgia right now, right? Where that money is being allocated to help win. Yeah, so I had to interject that. Go ahead, Mondale.
No, it's absolutely. But okay, here's what I mean by it's white centering. The argument against us putting reparations first. That's what rep one means, reparation first, right? Someone said, how you gonna sell it to poor white people? Why would I sell reparations to poor white people?
Right.
Poor white people don't vote for Democrats. Stop pretending that you can bring your cousins over here. Stop pretending that that's our strategy to win elections. So when you're asking me about strategies, you clearly don't understand what they are. That is not the base. That is not the demographic that has voted for Democrats in the past 40, 50 years. Right. And before that, the only reason they was voting Democrat because the Democrats were where the Republicans are now. They were racist.
Right.
The party's split. And they don't need to dress it up. Poor white people don't vote for Democrats. They left Democratic Party when Ronald Reagan left after they let black people sit down.
Exactly.
So when Fannie Lou Hamer said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and the Democrats kind of let her seat at the convention, Ronald Reagan and those racist folk left, Strom Thurmond, all of them, and your poor white cousins went with them.
And bro,
that's
like you,
these are the demographics.
Could you repeat something?
When you tell me, go ahead, Ben.
I want you to repeat something because I think you kind of just like you said it, but it's powerful, right? This entire conversation is, and let me be clear about something. This channel, what I do, and I think I can speak for Marcus and Mondale for what they do in terms of this media, and Rebecca, because me and Rebecca, we've been working in quote unquote media for years. What we do is centered in our passion for the people, literally. And what you pointed out, Mondale, I would love for you to elaborate on, is how this centering of whiteness is coming at a critical moment that is 100% absolutely about the power structure of the left. And the reason I'm willing to lose 180,000 followers is because I came into this shit telling the truth, and I'm gonna go out this shit telling the truth. And if I have to sacrifice the truth to be in y'all circles, peace.
I think that's a quote from Malcolm X first, and then Dr. Cornel West says it often. You know, I'm for the truth regardless of who's telling it. And I think that means, you know, I'm popular when I'm telling the truth about people you don't like, and then when it's about your white boy superstar, you got a problem with it. Well, that's for them to swallow, not your pill. Here's what I will say. I really need people to understand how you center whiteness when you say that. To believe that black people, somebody's like, oh, well, black people are more affected by COVID than any other people. That's a fact. But that too is white supremacy and institutional racism. So you all need to understand that it ain't that COVID is killing black people more and more because of our genetics. It's because the treatment or the level of treatment we don't receive, or how many times doctors tell black folk to go home and just take some NyQuil or some Dayquil,
and then they die.
So don't pretend that it still isn't racism, institutional racism, that need to be addressed with a reparations bill in order for us to take you serious that you are a progressive. People talk about this purity idea. We never said if you don't support reparations,
you can't rock with us.
You can't rock with us. That's y'all argument. Because we're not for forcing a floor vote on Medicaid for all, then we are all of a sudden paid for by the Democratic Party, or we are, I don't know what y'all call it, grifters, which is ridiculous to me because I've been sitting here, I ain't grifted or drifted from no fucking where.
I would toss it to you, bud.
Since I got here. Stupid.
I would say, give me 20 seconds and I'm gonna pass it back to whoever up next, Rebecca or Marcus. I would say this about this show.
Rebecca's gonna speak.
The reason we do this show right now and we don't get paid to do it is because we saw that there was a need for this show to be done. And if there was no money to be done making it, we still did it. But of course, y'all know I ain't stupid. We piecing this thing together and we're gonna make sure that everybody on this show is going, but we had to build it first. And this is the difference, man. If you want to understand the literal goddamn difference in this country, especially in progressive media spaces, let's just cut to the chase. And again, if you need to leave because you don't like the conversation, I bid you adieu and farewell, because we're going to have this conversation. We're going to have this conversation because what literally has happened over the last 6 years of me doing this work, it is me coming out here and building something that was not available to independent Black voices, Black progressive voices. It just didn't exist. And so what did I do? I came out here and built my own channel, my own platform. With this show, we're doing the same thing. We're creating a space, and y'all see how many people rock with this space. We are at 1,300 people across all platforms at 8:30, 9:30 in the morning talking about this. The reason it matters is because you have people. There are always, okay, let me say it like this. Y'all, there is enough money in progressive spaces for us to have funded an actual revolution a long time ago. That money has never come to the Black community. And what we're saying is, how can you dare think that you're more progressive than the people who've been known that we need to overthrow this country because they've been destroying us since they had us as slaves? But we can't even have those conversations right now because all of the resources in this political space has been you know what? Case in point, instead of me saying generalities, Marcus, we've talked about it on this show before. We talked about how money was allocated in Bernie Sanders' campaign and how there was more money that went to a handful of consultants, white consultants, than went to the African-American community outreach. And we literally have been telling y'all, we are so goddamn progressive. We're telling y'all, this is how you win. Listen to, and what do y'all say? Oh, we're grifters. I'm sorry. That is centering whiteness. That's a power play. And I'm going to use my platform the way I want to because I built it. Nobody else did. Nobody gave me money to do a damn thing while my lights were off. All right. So, Rebecca, go.
So, y'all so intense this morning. I'm just cool and laid back because I had a little bit of Haitian rum in my tea. But listen.
Oh, that'd be good. I should go get some of that.
It's really good. It's really good. You got the ancestors speaking too. That's what keeps me calm. So, no, in these platforms too, though, I mean, I know that there's no payment for you guys when you guys are doing this, but eventually I believe that should be something that you guys have access to as well. It can't be white folks jumping on the internet on YouTube saying fuckery, saying nothing, being invited to these tables where they're literally what they're saying has no weight, getting paid for this work. You guys are doing the work, but you will do it for free. But what I'm saying is, it should be available too. You guys should be getting paid for this. And if you were,
we will.
Can't nobody say shit about that. Can't nobody say nothing about that. Period. You guys are doing the work. We got people in these spaces doing the work and getting paid to say shit. Nothing at all. This particular platform, people can like we do all the time. We call out people, and the people who are pushing the white progressives have to call you guys out to go ahead and push their narrative all the time in the political Twitter space. This is going to happen. This is how you guys know what you're saying is taking effect. This is how you guys know that you're becoming powerful. You know what I mean? So this is what you guys should stand in. And you shouldn't be mad that we got trolls in this space. We shouldn't be mad that people are wanting to speak out against you guys and things like that. Yeah. That means that you guys are getting somewhere. That means that your message is coming across and it's going to the people that need to hear it, and the people that are going to hate on it. That's fine. That is fine.
Right.
This is why you're here. You know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, fuck all that noise. Continue to get to the folks. Right now, we got a whole runoff about to happen in Georgia. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we should be pushing. Like, the conversation should be like pushing that and things like that. Because fuck all them other people. I really hate to see it. I really, really hate to see it. But at the end of the day, there's work to be done. So.
And the funny thing about it, Marcus, we've been doing the work. We've been doing the work, and the fact is that we are literally actively doing the work on two fronts right now. We are actively literally all hands on deck to win Georgia, because you're not going to get nothing without us getting the Senate first. And number two, we know we got to primary these neoliberal Dems, and we got coals on the fire. We ain't going to say nothing more than that. We actively doing the work.
And I mean, let's be serious. I need people to know that, this stream ends in an hour and a half or 2 hours after it begins. Not the work that we do. People understand. I really don't. This is not my life. At any given moment, I welcome anybody to come see what it is to be, engaged in electoral politics. This is not. I don't have the luxury that some white consultants have as it pertains to making a bag for recording an ad. I like that, making a bag for recording an ad. We work over here. Like, I mean, I have whatever. The organization is busy. We are busy, and I think the reason I'm comfortable staying on this conversation and people keep saying get off or whatever, I think it's necessary, because here's what happens.
Oh, yes.
A movement without self-reflection is not a movement, it's a cult. And if we can't be self-reflective, if we can't criticize folk them call themselves titles that we wear, if you say you're progressive and you're doing something that's anti-progressive, and I can't say nothing about that without being canceled, then I don't know what kind of culture we're supporting here. This is the problem with idolizing people instead of idolizing issues and movements. How can you be a progressive and not scream? This is the equivalent. I'm telling you what this is. This is the equivalent to so-called white folk that supported the ending of slavery, but not really.
Not yet.
Right? But
let me ask y'all a general question. Do y'all all, I mean, obviously y'all do, but do you think maybe it's the fact that we haven't successfully conveyed the reality that what we're talking about is way bigger than Bree Joy, way bigger than Jimmy Dore, way bigger than this Medicare for all floor stunt. What we're talking about is we see reflective in this moment the exact pathology of white progressiveness and how it has been self-destructive in its strategery. Right? It's not a strategy. In y'all strategery and in y'all position towards blackness in this country, you have undermined your own interest because you do these things that you're demonstrating right now. So this has nothing. I'll be honest with you. The breed conversation, that's actually tertiary. That ain't even secondary for me, right? The Jimmy Dore conversation, Jimmy is actually secondary for me. He's not even primary. The primary conversation is that there is a problem in white progressive spaces, and if you don't confront it, you're never going to win. But black folks, we got to survive. So we're going to do what we got to do to survive, even if y'all still acting stupid and ain't really about this revolutionary stuff for real.
Marcus, go ahead and say something real quick. Let me say something real quick, then I'll give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you, Marcus.
Mundell ready to jump off the screen. Go ahead, man.
I just want to give people a pyramid to go study. Maslow hierarchy needs will tell you everything you need to know about where we are. Basic needs need to be met before we can start talking about these healthy relationships or things that are self-actualization. And the way y'all are presenting politics to black people right now
is ignoring.
It's ignoring the basic needs that aren't met. Go ahead, Marcus.
Period. Yeah. So first, Ben, I do want to address the Bree thing. So we gonna get to that. I got one more. That's cool. I got one more thing that I want to say. Y'all remember when I said that the DNC is going to try to do everything in their power to stop Nina Turner right now? Yeah. Right. This platform is the virtual version of Nina Turner, and white progressives want to stop it because we're going to fuck around with their money. We're going to fuck around with their platforms.
Pull your microphone up a little
bit. With what they consider important, right? So they have to stop us now, right?
Get your microphone closer, bro.
Yeah, so they have to. Mic check. Yeah,
so they have to. Now you money.
So they have to stop us now, right? And you try to do that by sending trolls, and you try to do that but they can't straight up have the conversation. Let me tell you something. I went on Bree's show, and I like Bree. It is what it is. But I'm gonna talk straight up. And the conversation we had, like they were saying, at the beginning they were saying, folks are trying to add stuff on. So I literally went in the chat room and I was like, nope, not true, until they got me in. And actually, shout out to the person who helped me get in. Mm-hmm. And by the end of that conversation that we had, Bree agreed that there should be something black added to it. Now, she didn't say reparations, but my point is this right here. If you have the conversation about Rep 1, it's undeniable. It's undeniable. Point blank, it's undeniable. But we don't even want to have the conversation because we're still looking at Bernie Sanders' 2016 playbook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get famous black people. Don't talk about their issues unless forced.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, this is rooted in that? Say that again, Marcus.
So we this show is not the show if you want black people spouting white progressive talking points. And I don't have any shame to say that. This is a black progressive centered show that comes from people who actually deal with black folks in the streets on a daily basis. I was responsible for helping register almost 400,000 black Georgians. Right. I've worked on black campaigns, talking to black people about black issues for a very, very, very long time. My conversations are centered in blackness. And I know for a fact that Mondale Robinson helped me have some of these conversations that were centered in blackness. Right. So, and I hear Rebecca and I hear Benjamin talking about these things also. So I want everybody to just understand exactly where I'm coming from, because where I'm coming from is not a place of hatred. Where I'm coming from is a place of, I know for a fact what mistakes were made. If Bernie had to listen to me a long time ago, we would be faring better right now as progressives. But check this out. There's a catch. I went against powerful white folks within that campaign also. And they ostracized me. They blackballed me for saying what I'm saying right now. And right now I'm getting the funny feeling, the same feeling that I got during the 2016 campaign when people were trying to ostracize me, keep me off of television because they thought that I would actually be a black man on television. Now, and it's not about fame. I'm not trying to be about fame. We needed Bernie Sanders. We needed progressive policies for the black community more than we needed neoliberal policies. But what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, what I tried to get him to understand at that point, what I'm trying to get America to understand, the people who don't like what we're saying and what we're doing here, is there is a way for a progressive America, but you got to go through black people.
And no matter
what you do.
And that should just make sense because, black folks managed to survive both your capitalism and your white supremacy. So if we manage to survive something that was created to destroy us, then maybe we know what the hell we're talking about. Just an idea. Marcus, you said something there, and I think like sometimes we move too fast past points, and I want people to resonate on what you said. The conversation that you are having literally right now with us is the same conversation that you literally had with Bernie Sanders and his top team. And that was the thing that got you booted. Can we simmer on, before you speak, you got the floor, but I need this to simmer with y'all. I did a video in 2015 about why Bernie Sanders was going to lose. And it wasn't because I wanted him to. It was because I knew he was going to have a problem bridging the gap between white progressives and black folks. Little did I know back in 2015, Marcus, I didn't even know Marcus. Marcus was already on the campaign talking to Bernie Sanders saying, hey, or 2015, 2016, telling Bernie Sanders, hey, you need to talk to black folks. You need to talk to, it really got you blacklisted, literally. Yes. Can we speak on that?
Whitelisted. He got whitelisted. Don't say blacklisted.
Yeah. I got whitelisted.
Yeah,
we were using those terms are really rooted in racism. You know what I'm saying?
I'll fuck with it. I'll rock with it. Yeah. So to that end, Marcus, you got whiteballed. Please tell the folks one more time that the literal conversation right now got you whiteballed by white progressives all the way from the top, not the ones on Twitter. The most powerful.
The most powerful progressives in the country whiteballed me. And that's why y'all don't know my name right now. I'm not Bree. I'm not Simone. I'm not Nina. And I'm not putting anything on them. I'm Marcus. I'm the first black man that worked for Bernie Sanders in 2016. And I was saying the same thing that I said then. I said, if we don't talk right about black issues, we're going to get our ass whooped in South Carolina. Now, I want y'all to follow me now. I want y'all to follow me.
50
I
points.
was in South Carolina. Right? I was in South Carolina talking to Gullah and Geechee people, right? The direct descendants of enslaved folks. The first... quite possibly the first black people in America those folks came directly from. They're telling me what they want to hear. They're telling me what they want. And I'm relaying that back to the campaign.
Bernie Sanders campaign.
Yes, and I'm relaying it back.
Top senior staff.
It's not like I made this stuff up. It's not like, reparations just came from the sky. And no, they were telling me. And the first thing that happened, the first move that happened, and yes, Bernie has changed his tune since then, but y'all white progressives haven't. The first thing that happened was Bernie went on national television and said he didn't support reparations. And again, he changed his viewpoint. And this ain't even about Bernie. Bernie has only got a couple of years left, but y'all are legacy hating on reparations. And I'm telling you right now, y'all have no idea how to build a coalition because y'all expect black people to come to you instead of trying to reach out and expand your coalition to go out to them.
But
it's and then despite of it, how dare you tell us how we should be progressive? How dare you? You know what? Let's keep him off of television. You know what? Let's say bad things about him behind his back. You know what? Let's keep him from having a job. You know what? Let's not have anybody black as a staffer on Our Revolution. You know what? Let's not have anybody black. Let's not consider a black person to be the campaign manager when that was our biggest problem in 2020. You know what? Let's not meet with black staffers. Let's not meet with black staffers to even talk about what went wrong because we know we're right and reparations are something that we just cannot push. You bastards, man.
And not only could you not push it, but it cost you, brother. It literally cost you your career. And what we trying to tell y'all is that this came, and that's just a certain, I mean, Marcus, I ain't going to dismiss your career, but that's just the beginning of it all, right? As we unpack the problems of white supremacy in white progressive spaces, not only do we have personal experience, and somebody said name names. Well, holy shit, we just named Bernie Sanders, literally. Like, you, let's do this again, Marcus, because people don't. Some people are stuck on obtuse. All right, I want to call them stupid. I'm going to say obtuse. You literally sat down with Bernie Sanders face to face. You literally spoke to Jeff Weaver about. You sent email to the. You literally talked to these people, and when it was all said and done, you the one that got whiteballed.
Yep. Nah. I mean, it is what it is. There's so many people. There's so many progressives. And forget my career because it's not about my career. It's about
because you're doing fine.
Elections. I'm doing fine. You can't cancel nothing I'm doing right now. So fuck all y'all, right? But you can't. You just can't. I am uncancelable. I don't. And if I was pouring on the streets, I was in the military. I could live in a tent and be fine. Y'all can't fuck with me. I'm crazy, right? So listen to what I'm saying to you. They called other campaigns and was like, no, don't hire him. He's just an angry black man. I'm angry, motherfucker. You just literally dismissed. You spent more money on 3 white consultants than you did on black issues.
Okay. No, because I want to make sure that we unpack all this. Bernie Sanders' campaign that we all supported in well, not all of us, but me and Marcus supported in 2020, and yet we supported it despite everything that we knew. All right. Somebody asked me
who didn't support.
I thought you because you I thought you were with my bad. I thought you
we raised millions for Bernie Sanders, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about your personal endorsement. I'm not Dr. DeMarco. Your personal endorsement.
I don't. My personal endorsement don't really mean that. I feel like endorsements don't mean too much, but I mean, I was working. I was literally working.
So you threw some support. You threw some DFA. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well then, all right. Then all of us supported Bernie in 2020, and we did so. People wanted to know why we didn't come out sooner. We didn't come out sooner because we actually had to take time to process what the hell happened to black folks in Bernie Sanders' orbit in 2016.
Oh, wait. Let me clarify.
Yeah.
Did you say 2020 or 2016? Because in 2020, I was all Elizabeth Warren.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about both years. So 2016, you rock with Bernie. 2020, you rock with Elizabeth Warren. Okay.
I'm always Warren wing of the
But
party.
here's the point. But the point. Let me sum it up so everybody else can get here. I want to summarize it this way. It is because of the literal experience with white supremacy in white progressive spaces that we crafted this specific space, because we looked between us and said, you got to be kidding me. That same shit happened to you? Like, I swear to God, me and Marcus's first time sitting down, we sat down and I said, dog, that happened to you too? I guess what happened to me over here with these white progressives. We comparing notes. I talked to Mundell. Mundell said, man, them white progressives did this. We compare notes. And Rebecca, we went through it together one time, right? And we all sat down and compared notes. And at every level, from Bernie Sanders down through our professional careers, all the way down to Twitter, it is the same white supremacist problem in white progressive spaces. And if y'all don't like it, but y'all lost in 2016 because you didn't listen to Marcus. You ain't listen to me. They didn't listen to Marcus, and y'all didn't listen to me, right? And then we lost in 2020 for the same reason. So I think it is also strategic that you listen to some black folks other than the ones who say what you want to hear.
Oh, okay.
Let me just one thing.
Rebecca said she jumping in. Go ahead.
Hold on. Go ahead, sis. Because I'm going to rant after you finish. Go ahead.
Okay, no, Mondale, rant right now. Please, just rant and then let me talk.
Well, go ahead. No, whoever. But, it's all truth. So who got it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mondale. Please rant.
All right, I'm going to be 100. I'm tired of this shit. Bernie Sanders' progressive campaign in 2016 won't even as progressive as Jesse Jackson in 1984. So fuck y'all. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I want to say. I dare any of you to go to Jesse Jackson's platform from 1984 and tell me Bernie Sanders was there. Now consider that we already know people are more progressive as time go on. So why in the fuck was Jesse Jackson calling for shit that Bernie Sanders isn't willing to say right now?
Hey, yo, check this out. Purple squirrel.
Don't
that is beautiful.
Play with me, bro. Do not pretend that your savior is the end all be all when it comes to progressive. This is why when people say divorce the Democratic Party or leave, this is my fucking party. This is our real estate. If anything, we kick you motherfuckers out and keep it for ourselves. This infrastructure didn't come easy. It didn't come easy. It's covered in monies, absolutely, but black blood too. So you don't get to keep this infrastructure and then force us to build a new party with no infrastructure, with no power. Tell Bernie Sanders to catch up with Jesse Jackson from 1984. Then you come talk to me about progressive politics.
I like this question.
Holla at me. Man, go ahead.
It's on you, Rebecca.
Ben, take me down.
Okay.
Ooh, you guys are giving me a lot. I love it. We've been on this conversation for about an hour and a half, right?
Rebecca said, let's move on.
Please, and I say this only because it's been said, and I've heard every single one of y'all points, especially Mondale's I haven't really heard until today, which I love, and absolutely everybody's on the same page here, which is great. So I feel like all of this energy and everything that you guys are saying right now should definitely, and you've educated me, Mondale, about the forcing the vote on the floor. You've educated me. So here's the thing. Right. We already know we ain't fucking with them people. We said what we said. Those spaces, we said it. There's white progressives and in these spaces, and their white supremacist agenda is being pushed by people that look like us in these spaces because they're waving checks in their face. Boom. Said it, done. Everybody ain't for the movement. There's some people that will sell out for the movement. There's some people that don't even know they're selling out in this movement. So we've already covered all the bases, all the angles. We've shared our passion about it. But I really would love to move on from that because I think that, especially with us being local here in Georgia, we should definitely be really focused on those local elections, because the passion that you have and the things that you guys are stating definitely apply to what's going on here locally. Right. And the leaders that we're going to put in place, possibly in the Senate and in the local communities for, commissioner seats and things like that. There are a lot of things that are about to go down here and that y'all could definitely place that passion in as well.
But you know what's beautiful, Rebecca? What's beautiful, and I love what you're saying. What's beautiful is our work is literally actively and about to even more so speak for ourselves. Right here in Georgia, Like there's not going to be, but besides the actual, their campaigns are out there working. And we're not going to take nothing away from the campaigns. Ossoff and Warnock, they're out there working. I don't agree with with some of the stuff that's coming out of their mouth, but that's neither here nor there. We got 10 other episodes. There's 10 other episodes where we cover that. But besides them, and then obviously the people who've done the most work have been people like New Georgia Project and Black Male Voter Project, right? New Voter Project. But then I was going to say, after New Voter Project, I don't think you're going to find more people who have done the literal work here besides the organizers who've been here. Shout out, props to every single one of them. But folks on this show, like literally, when we hang up here, we pick up a phone and we talk to all the people in Georgia that we are rallying to help win in January. You know what I mean? And so it is important for so many reasons. But I think it also is important to say that the literal fact that Mondale is organizing nonstop in Georgia, that you, Rebecca, have been working in communities to help get out the vote here in Georgia in January for the special election, you'll see what I've been doing. Plenty of good time. I got some stuff that's about to drop. Y'all know how I do it. And then Marcus, like this show literally is the intersection of action and reflection. That's what this show is. We actively do and we actively reflect. Go ahead, Mondale.
And I'm not knocking that. I'm not. Let me be clear.
Are you back?
I'm not knocking that. But what I'm saying is, the work that you guys do, which is great. I know that all of you guys do work. You're holding the work, and I know, I'm in here. I'm doing what I need to do as well. And the organizing being done. But I also think, for the people that are not here, who are, we have so much people watching Georgia, all eyes on GA, right? And then when you guys are on this platform, everybody wants to know what's going on with Georgia. How are you guys doing whatever? Yes, you guys are doing things all day, every day. And I love that shit. I love that we're out here putting our hands in there, getting it done. But we also have to get on here and use this platform to educate folks on what's going on, to call out. I said, use this platform too, because it's local. I was telling you, Ben, the other day, put them people on this platform and call them out. Just like the other day when I called you and I was telling you that these folks want me to just talk nice to these state reps and stuff like that. I can't do no shit like that. That ain't anybody who knows me and my politics. I'm going to challenge whoever the state reps are and things like that about the Haitian community and why we should be voting for y'all and where the hell y'all was until just a week ago when y'all started running. Like, who the fuck? You know what I mean? So I would love for everybody to see y'all challenging people because you guys aren't afraid to do it. Like, you guys aren't afraid to do it at all. And what's coming up in GA, whoever is supporting, whoever is holding seats, we need to know what's good. Like, what's your agenda? Like, you know what I mean? Check these people. And I would love for people to see that on here.
Well, we do have
so hold on a second. Yeah, I mean we check local. I mean, like the origins of most of our political careers, like the engagement part for those of us who vote engagement, was local elections and still is. Like when I came to DFA, a major part of the reason I went over there, it's my other job that is not the democracy for the Democrats, democracy for America. When I went over there, it was all about engaging and introducing Black people at the local level to national politics so they can get a part of this, they can be a part of this infrastructure and folk can get to know them. So, and that work is powerful. And now we endorse under my leadership at the electoral department, we endorse more Black women and also more people of color than any other national organization doing that work. And when I say endorsement, it's not paper endorsement. It's actually helping them build strategy, write their program. All of that happens. Absolutely. But the reason I think it's important that we stay here is because we need to address silliness. Like, and someone just try to, I'm gonna stay here. First of all, I never said I had faith in Biden administration. I said I have faith in what we can do with the Biden administration. That's a complete difference in the two.
And some of the people around them. You said like there's a handful of people you trust.
Some of the people around, exactly. Yeah. I never said I had no faith in no Biden administration. I have faith in what we can get done and force. So and I hear people trying to trip us up asking, so you will support So you would force a vote on reparations, but not Medicare for all. We are not in a position to force a vote at all. I really need y'all to understand that. This is why I think it's important that we stay here, because we're an hour and a half into this program, or almost 2 hours into it, and people still don't understand that we don't have the power to force a vote at all, which means people don't know what they're sending people to Congress for or what they're on the internet talking about. So this idea that you can have faith in forcing a vote, it's not real. Like, it's not real. And I think because people aren't grasping that, we have the ability, and I think that's the part I love about this platform, is we do stay on issues longer than a soundbite, and we do talk about it longer than sometimes other people are used to or comfortable with, because we really want people to get the concept what we're talking about. So this idea of forcing a vote is a ludicrous idea, simply because you don't literally to get to 218 is powerful, and it's possible right now.
Staying on this topic is important. Staying on why we need reparations is important. Staying on the fact that you're educating us on about forcing the vote, forcing the vote, and why that's not important. I mean, why that is not good, and how that doesn't help, and how it won't work is important. That is important. These are key things that we should be knowing, because it's educating us. But when this is what I'm saying. When we stand on some bullshit about like people that's hating or whatever the case may be, yes, clear them. And I absolutely love the way you read them like a book. Absolutely. But when we stay on these issues, like for me, with what's happening with Ben a little too long, it's like, I don't really care for what the fuck these other people got to say on the outside when it comes to that. We addressed it. Y'all read them. Y'all know what this space is about. Y'all come on here and y'all talk about that all the time. People, it's what's understood doesn't have to be said at this point. When they come on here, they see three black men on here, and who are talking some shit that people are afraid to talk about, who are clearing the room, who are educating. That's what I like. You know what I mean? Like, we sat on the issue of Bree. We said it. Marcus went on there.
Actually, I mean, to be sure though, we ain't talked about Bree yet. We just talked about the progressive spaces. So that's fine. But no, I just want to be clear, because the laundry list for her can go on for hours, and I'll just wait till she comes on air. And I know that. With that. But let me. But I want to give y'all an example. Like, if somebody asks, "Where's Marcus?" Marcus is in our green room right now. And he is on national radio advocating on behalf of issues for all Americans, literally right this second. So it's like, it's the worth ethic. The worth ethic it should never be questioned. That said, I mean, we have addressed it, but here's the thing I would say about this. This will not be the last time we address it. It won't be. And I'm talking mainly to the audience. This can't be the last time we address it, because this is a this is a critical moment that decides which direction the left goes. I'm going to say it. What do you mean it?
You said won't be the last time we address it. What is it?
It. Oh yeah, no, the exact conversation of white supremacy in white progressive spaces. That's what this
which is a meaningful conversation.
Yeah, no, that's
the only conversation we having. Literally,
yeah,
I mean, like
literally.
We talk about Jimmy Dore at the beginning, but this only was as a parallel or a jump to this conversation about white supremacy. Right. This is why it's important we stay here, because we're not talking about personalities. I mean, when Ben put his 3 issues out, the first one was about the white supremacy that exists in the progressive movement. And this is all we're talking about. And we do this on a regular basis because it's so thick, and we need to stay here. We need to stay here, because somebody's going to clip the end of this show or the middle of this show or some segment, and every segment. And every segment.
Anybody who watches,
hold on, champ.
I really, honestly, I'm sorry. We can forget about everything. I want to see y'all roast each other, because y'all owe us a good roast.
It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I literally do that when she ain't on the show, because she can't talk back. I ain't doing it. No, I'm just joking. Friday, we'll roast each other on Friday. But I mean, on Monday, it's Manic Monday for me, because I spent the entire weekend, besides of working, just wondering why people made this about personalities, and they stayed there. Literally, for me, every time I asked a question of somebody that responded on Twitter about this, is about where are you on this issue? How do you not see this as problematic? And I'm trying to take it to issues. People don't want to talk about issues. You know what they want to talk about? They want to talk about how you cancel somebody. Literally, that's what people want to talk about. They want to talk about that shit that sounds good in Twitter sound bites, meaning one line that's funny with a meme. I don't live in meme world. I live in the real world where Black people are dying because of institutional racism. And the only way of addressing that is not Medicare for all, because we're still going to be stuck with racism in every system. And we need to talk about that in a real way. And that includes the progressive, so-called white progressive movement. So I'm saying, if you all are these hyped up, doped up, super smooth ass progressive white folk, or I should say whiteness, because I care about whiteness and it matters. That I'm talking about
distinction.
Those that think like white supremacy, and you don't need to be white to be that person. So what I'm saying is I don't give a damn about personalities or centering personalities. My entire program is not about personalities. What I'm saying is, hear me. Y'all are so dope on y'all progressive ideas and bona fides. Why y'all so silent on reparations and the needs of Black folk? when you know that's the cure for everything that's ailing this country. Let's have that conversation for real. Let's come. Won't you come? Won't you come to this platform?
Okay, let's do it this way. Rebecca, you got to sing an altar call since he opened up the church doors of the church are open Monday. You got to get the prayer, and then Marcus can raise the offering with the super chat once he gets back from doing.
What's an altar call song? You know, I come from a Haitian church.
What do y'all sing at the end of service? Like when y'all tell people to come to Jesus, what do y'all sing? What do y'all like? They have like "Come to Jesus" song. Anyway,
it'd be a song in Creole. I'm not singing in Creole.
All right, folks, we gonna hang out here a little while longer, waiting on giving Marcus a chance to finish doing the work that he does. And there's so many other things to talk about. I mean, obviously, with the package that might pass today, well, I'll cover that. I'm gonna cover that on my show this evening. But the ridiculously pathetic, anemic, and insufficient package that they're getting ready to pass in Congress, or at least they've come to terms on, $600 per person. Last time we got $1,200 per person. It's really a joke. And
do you know this song? I don't know. That just came to my head. This is random. I was listening to this other day. And I'm like, who sings this song? It goes, "It's Friday and the bills are due."
Oh, that's Kirk.
My 3-month-old baby. Okay, thank you. I was like, I need to go find that song.
That's Kirk Franklin. And the album is the Revolution album, New Nation Project.
Was like, I know this song.
It's track number 4.
Will you remember? What is it called?
Riverside.
Let's go down.
I know my music. I know my music, just about any genre. But anyway, so anyway, folks, we're gonna again, we want to make sure that we give Marcus a chance to come back in and get some last words. Shout out to everyone in the chat room who has been participating. Yeah, somebody said Ben is AKA Shazam. That's me. I could pretty much tell you a whole lot. But anyway, there's a lot going on in this country, and we cover it.
So are they really giving us $600?
Yeah, if they pass it. And the thing is though, what's $600 going to do for somebody who's already $600 in the overdraft because of this pandemic?
$600 in the overdraft, baby. $600 in the overdraft. People is homeless and hungry and like ain't got no jobs, nothing, cannot provide, can't do anything. Here's my thing about that. I know that sounds crazy and I don't want to say it and it sounds crazy, but I'm still going to say it and it still may sound crazy. But people have been without this $600. Like, I almost feel like keep your money because people have been surviving without it. People have been dying without it. People like what is $600 going to do? Like that's how I feel. I mean, you cut the money that you gave in half, the $1,200. You cut that in half. That couldn't even pay nobody's rent.
Mm-mm.
So the tragedy is Mitt Romney got on TV and said last night that he knows not enough money. Like he knew 600 was not enough. But it's what they were willing to do, supposedly, to make shit happen. But and then he like in the same breath, he didn't even put a comma properly because he was talking so fast. I heard no pause, and he just went straight to like what we need to do is make sure we take care of businesses so people so the economy is better. And I'm like, y'all forever have been taking care of business. It is not the cure. It is not the cure to what's going on and or how to address people. Taking care of business is not going to pay people bills. Taking care of people's business, taking care of businesses will not pay people's rent. And it is tragic to believe that you can continue to take care of business in this environment while people are starving. The lines, there are more hungry people in this country now than any time since the Great Depression. And that is tragic to say when you have, 3-4 people with trillions of dollars in their pockets and the government helping those people put more money in their pockets. So it is absolutely tragic. And I also think while this is happening, we still have a damn president who is trying to declare martial law in the Oval Office. Literally, the dude had a meeting Friday to talk about how to declare martial law so he can redo the elections in the state that Joe Biden won.
So he's still going with this.
He's still going with it because, again, because it is part and parcel of the problem, right? Donald Trump doesn't know how to accept defeat. And that, I mean, you got people in the street. You got his problem. So many things to talk about besides. If you ask me to talk about something besides Donald Trump, we really cut to the core. You can't, because there's a direct line between what you're seeing these white supremacists and Donald Trump doing in the White House. These Proud Boys who are burning stuff at black churches. There is literally a direct line from that all the way to our original conversation, but I'll leave it alone till at least the markets get back and we close it out here, right? But in terms of like him trying to do this last ditch effort of a coup, the good thing about it, and I hate to say it, like this is how bad, and I want to put this on the record for everybody to always know, this is how bad things got in America. Things got so bad in America that I am actually relieved that Mitch McConnell finally acknowledged Joe Biden as president-elect, because that at least signals that the institutional Republicans ain't really ready to burn this country to the ground on behalf of Donald Trump, but that still hasn't stopped Donald Trump from trying. So
yeah, I mean, it's never been about. Here's the beauty of being not woke in the popular contents, but just paying attention to what's going on in general around you. So being aware of your surroundings is what I should have said. The beauty of it is also the nightmare too. You see the silliness that people call patriotic or party loyalty, right? All it is white supremacy. We saw the people who supposedly support police more than anything in this country. I mean, before Donald Trump, everybody wearing a MAGA hat, MAGA hat, were actually wearing those FBI or the New York Police Department hats, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump, they trade in their Donald Trump FBI hats and let Donald Trump trash the FBI, trash them. Supposedly they love, these are the people that love cops, but the FBI is the highest cops in this nation, and they let Donald Trump trash them that way, right? So I'm just telling people that it's not about institutions other than white supremacy. And if we're not willing to tell the truth, if we're not willing to speak on it, then all we're doing is perpetuating. I literally have to tell people, racist or anti-racist matters, and it's the only two dispositions you can have in this world. You cannot be anti-racist and sit silently while shit like this is happening.
Right.
You can't be anti-racist and don't say anything. People are like, well, that don't make me a racist. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. If you're only speaking about issues that affect you directly, you are problematic. Problematic. So I don't know a problem worse in this country. There, I tell people all the time, they be like, "Oh, there was a documentary about Bull Connor talking about how great he was with his grandkids. His wife knew it, saw it on TV every day. This man sprayed people, young black people, kids, his grandkids' age, with fire hose, and she still loved him and hugged him, and that was okay. Bullshit.
James Baldwin talked about that, John.
If you go to bed with Bull Connor, you are Bull Connor. If you shake and hug his hand, you are Bull Connor. I have nothing nice to say to racists. I am anti-racist to the point I don't fuck with racists. So that's my standpoint. It's always been my standpoint, and it is what it is, homeboy.
Go ahead, Rebecca. You about to say?
Well, so I will agree with that. For in these and when we speak about Donald Trump, there's no way that we can speak about what he's doing, the people surrounding him, without acknowledging white supremacy. You see in the packages that I do for your network, on your YouTube space, anything that I do say, I'm like, here's the thing: Donald Trump is a coward, and he has a hard time dealing with his loss. And the people around him have a hard time dealing with the loss, because it's like now their whole white supremacist agenda, all of that is going to disappear, or be because we don't know what's next with Biden. It could definitely be a progressive space with white supremacist agenda as well. But But also to that point with Donald Trump, like I was saying, like when we saw the fact that these people used Donald Trump's loss instilled when the Supreme Court was like, hell no, like you're lying. We're definitely not going to support you.
Deal with it.
When these people went out and rallied for him and turned it into an anti-Black Lives Matter situation instantly.
That's funny.
That let us know that no matter what happens within Donald Trump's White House, anything bad that happens is going to be blamed on Black folks. The real issue is that they can't stand Black folks, and the real issue is that they don't want Black folks to win. They don't want nothing for Black folks. Whatever bad happens to these Republicans is going to be blamed on Black folks. Then I absolutely see it. I understand it. That's why wild. I speak about it, but it definitely shows us that's wild, because it's like we ain't had nothing to do with this man losing for real. Like that's your people was part of that too. Like let's get it right. But they will blame everything on us. They will blame everything on us just so that they can have an excuse to say, oh, we're gonna kill them, or we're gonna do whatever, or we're gonna burn down their signs. Fuck Black Lives Matter, which is a big deal. Y'all don't see the people in the comment section. White folks in the comment section, y'all really don't see y'all people out here acting a fool. Y'all don't see them out here acting a fool. I can't.
You know what, Rebecca? Two things. One, audience, I wish y'all could see Marcus in this green room going ham on this interview. I mean, this dude, I don't know who he talking to, but whatever he's saying, it's got to be fire. So I know when he come back, he gonna be lit. Rebecca, you said something there that we should not go past too fast, because I think like we be dropping gems, and we drop so many gems on this show that we probably need to go back and collect some and slow down.
Man, I'm telling them right now, if your progressive ain't as progressive as Jesse Jackson, don't fucking talk to me.
Get out of here. But Rebecca,
that's my new thing. I'm serious. I'm tired of all this shit. Go adopt Jesse Jackson's platform, then holler at me. Because I'm tired of this thing.
I'm getting old, Mundell. You about to make me forget my point. Let me write it down. Go ahead.
I forgot it. Listen, say something, Rebecca. I know you want to take up for being your homie. Y'all want to jump me. Say it.
I'm like, yo, Mondale, calm down. Somebody is speaking. Okay.
Who's speaking?
Ben was speaking, and here you go, ready to be.
You know me
in the comment section, ready to go off on somebody.
Who?
I can't quite remember my point. I can't quite remember my point yet.
It's okay. I was dropping gems. The comment section knows, and that's what's real about it.
Yeah, Mondale, whatever you said, it was real. I can't remember it anymore because
Did she say something?
I've smoked entirely too much weed.
My brain don't work. Go ahead. Look, Mondale, go ahead. Do your little heated situation for somebody that's going off in the conversation.
Rebecca. I swear to God,
nobody in the chat right now.
I'm about to roast your camera though. I swear to God, I'm gonna do my best today.
I know. No, somebody said that I look like a sports anchor from like the NBA
from America dial up from AOL, America Online.
Your smile is so wonderful when it's pixelated.
Oh my God,
Rebecca, I'm gonna get you a camera today. I'm gonna order it and you go pick it up at the store. All right, we're gonna get that shit today because
I know.
Girl, you look like a whole ass GIF from 1987, like the first GIF ever on the internet.
It's terrible. But that's okay, because what you need to do is hear me. Okay,
you know, hear you loud and clear. We hear you.
That mic is fire. That mic is fire. And that picture got burned down. But anyway, what I was saying was, I forgot what I was. No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
But
somebody said 99.
Feel me? When she get that camera, y'all do know when she get this camera, the rest of us gonna be looking kind of pathetic, right? Because she gonna have that camera with her hair, her makeup, and her outfits. Like y'all think y'all dress. Rich Rebecca come in here like just game banging like. So that's why we keeping her on the pixelated camera, to be honest with you.
Bro, I come in this joint looking like I'm unkept every day on purpose because I don't give a damn. Like that is not what I'm dealing with right now. Like I don't look at this.
Somebody said it's the internet quality. So if that's the case, then we gonna have to get you a whole ass new internet. Is that what we going?
That'll be great. You know.
Okay.
But you might be too far away from the feed. Are you on the opposite side of your internet feed?
Because we need to hard line you in.
No, it's right here. Actually.
I see the picture changing something.
Hey, Brock on.
Okay, get off of it. Get off of it. Okay, it's
Brock
trash.
on Twitter.
I already said it.
No. You didn't want us to finish. You did not want us to talk anymore about this situation. So now we're gonna talk about your camera. Brock said Rebecca camera looked like pre-digitally remastered. Let's see who else. We got some good shit in here. Everybody, we're gonna have a little quick roast session.
It's giving I should think like
I can't stand. You know who I can't stand?
Who that?
Why Ben gotta be this way? You ready? Look at this guy. Do? Not you, Ben. The other Ben.
Oh, Ben America.
Why you gotta send me a pixelated squirrel? Yeah, why you send me a pixelated squirrel?
Oh no, text that to me, bro. Bro, text that to me. Oh, that's beautiful.
Don't be mean to me.
That's beautiful. Oh.
Why is it that way? Why do you act like that?
Ben America, you wildin', bro. Hey, I'll put this joint on the screen.
He's on point always. Listen,
he don't miss a beat.
Rebecca is a pixelated squirrel.
She's squirrel game, but she the pixelated squirrel. Let's put a picture.
I'll be that. That's kind of cute. That's
hey,
what's
that?
Live footage of Rebecca Azor streaming with Clickbaity political thirst.
It's a high school picture. It's in the senior book.
I like it. I like it though. It's like viewer discretion is advised.
That's a dope.
Oh my god. Oh god. This is the oldest show. This is the oldest show you can go from literally like give me a gun and meet me in the streets to like just laughing and roasting people over their camera pixelation. Oh man.
And that's okay.
Marcus is still going in. That boy going in hard. Y'all want to put him on the screen real quick so you can show him going in.
Yeah, on mute.
Make sure he's muted.
Yeah, no, he's on mute. No, I ain't gonna put his information. That boy going off. Y'all should have seen him. He's like, listen to me. Listen, we taking over America. God damn it, reparations for all. Reparations, and you ain't serious about it if you ain't serious about reparations. I said what I said. Y'all get up for Marcus of America. Marcus for America. All right, folks.
Over there looking like the African version of Sinbad.
Yeah, oh God.
He can hear me now. Put it back. He can hear me, man. Put it back. He can hear me. He can hear me. Look at him looking like an African Sinbad from the side. Like a side shot of every light-skinned guy from 12th grade. Motherfucker like a unfit basketball player. Look at him like a head with no neck.
Wait, I guess he can hear us. Okay, let me take him down. He can't hear us. But put us on mute, bro. Put us on mute, man. Yeah, Jesus. Anyway, what else we gonna talk about till this man get back? Because he out there doing the work. What are we gonna talk about? I mean, the vaccines are rolling out. There's a second vaccine.
I'm pixelated again.
No, you stayed pixelated. you never came back from pixelation. You have not been redeemed. You have not been saved.
Did you guys see the girl that the nurse that fainted from taking after taking the vaccine? She fainted while doing I guess a press. Well, this is just one. She fainted literally after taking it, and then going to the press interviews about being one of the first in her hospital as a nurse to take the vaccine. Honey was like after she was like, oh, I feel okay, and boom, gone on the floor. Gone.
I'm laughing at Marcus still. I'm not laughing at that. What you're saying?
For all types of reasons. So and people were like, oh, the vaccine make you faint, and I'm just like, yo.
Well, let me tell you,
it doesn't.
I fainted the first time I ever gave blood, and it was the only time I ever gave blood. So, she could have fainted from anything. It's just really bad timing for her to faint after taking the vaccine because it's gonna make a lot of people scared as shit to take that goddamn vaccine. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually said I was gonna wait to June, but the day it's ready, I'm gonna go to grab that shit. Because have y'all heard about the mutated version in the United Kingdom, in England, that particularly London?
Hold on. Let's stay there for a second. Let's stay there because the nurse. What I was saying was people faint for all type of reasons.
Oh, okay.
This nurse she had a disorder. Rebecca, look at your camera. You look great right now. It's not pixelated. So
you back?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is she had a disorder that makes her faint. It's associated with pain. Pain makes her faint.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right.
About. So
yeah. But but it's terrifying optics because we need everybody. I mean, honestly, I know black people. We have every reason in the world to be suspicious of anything this government gives us. Period. Point blank. But there's a new strand of this. There's a mutated version of this in London, and the particular mutation isn't one that's. It is not one that is stronger than the vaccine. In other words, they believe that the vaccine is sufficient even for this mutation. However, the mutated version of the coronavirus is spreading significantly faster than the original. So my alarms are going off saying, all right, you know what? I know I don't want to take this vaccine early, but goddamn it, if there's a faster spreading version of coronavirus out there, hey, yo, we need to get we need to
when
start
you say
popping these
mutated,
vaccines.
When you say mutated, I haven't heard about this mutated version. So did you hear like what are the symptoms different? Is it going to a certain demographic as far as age group, or what's the mutation on this?
The mutation is merely that it spreads faster. It's more contagious.
And the virus is also a different shape. So like that's what the mutation is. Viruses mutate all the time. And this is just motherfuckers ain't taking it serious and it's just bouncing.
It's like, but I don't know when they're going to take it serious here in the United States, and especially particularly specifically in Atlanta. I'm really just not sure.
Atlanta is on some other stuff.
Specifically,
Atlanta never shut down.
It never shut down. And
somebody said COVID ain't in Atlanta. Somebody said ain't no COVID in Atlanta.
Yes, but they're actually putting that word out there, and I absolutely hate it. But so I don't really know when we have people like that in the world. And I also am from Florida, so when you go down there, people are still living a similar life like they're doing here. So I don't know when this is gonna stop. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to really live my life for real and be out here in these streets. I actually saw somebody speaking about the first time of them having COVID sex. Like they just literally got out into these streets for the first time and they wanted to get some. She was like, there was no foreplay. They didn't do anything. Like it was literally just intercourse with the mask on. I don't know if I could live that life. It's just too much because people don't want to stay home. I'm really trying to really go back to living my life.
You better go get that vaccine real quick, because this one is 70. According to a couple of y'all in the audience, and again, sometimes we throw this up, and because we have a symbiotic relationship with our audience, and so to this end, I'm gonna trust you. I could just Google it, but 3 of our audience members says that it is 70% more contagious than the original coronavirus, and the original coronavirus is already super hella contagious, bro. I'm shutting down all over again.
Wait, is that serious?
Bro, I'm Googling it now, but bro, if that's even if it's 25% more contagious, holy shit, we got to take these goddamn vaccines. Or I'm just gonna sit at home a whole nother year. Now my wife.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like either you take the vaccine or you stay at home. But also people who take the vaccine, I want to see, can you get it again? What's gonna happen to you? Like I really do want to. I just want to see before I take it. I don't know. It's just so much. Why we gotta be subjected to this? Because folks don't want to stay home.
Because they don't want to put on and because people are selfish and they're individualistic, and that's what America is, and that's the core problem of America, and that's the problem that has been seeping into the black community in America, because we've been raised in this white supremacist individualistic society. But our collectivism, we have always had to look at each other and say we got to link up together. But that's the short version of the answer.
That's the short of the long version.
I know. Rebecca be like, this nigga.
Every time. And Mondale starting to get on my nerves just as much.
Oh,
now we got all 3 of y'all. Jesus.
What you mean? What I do?
Oh God.
Oh man.
I literally said or did nothing except for welcome you with pixelated arms. So I don't know what you're talking about.
We have welcomed you to this show, Rebecca. Wrong shit.
That's trying to be funny.
No, I put up my. I accidentally put that up. Well, let's see. Let me see if.
So let me. I do want to say something.
Somebody said all those text messages and phone numbers.
I know. You gotta be careful about that.
David, delete this after this. Delete.
Your number wasn't up there.
I saw 347 in that thread. My number not saved?
There's a lot of New York numbers, right? You're not the only one from New York with a number.
I got like 5 New York people I text with today alone. She thinks it's bad.
You got a big ego.
I mean, it's possible.
So
it's possible. Yeah, I think I need to stop producing, because this is like the 3rd time somebody's goddamn phone number came up on the screen.
I saw 904. Somebody named Jason.
Oh, Jesus. Oh no, that's my homeboy Jason. Shout out to my homeboy Jason, who almost didn't make it from COVID-19. We went to high school together, and he was in the hospital for a minute, and y'all, this thing's so goddamn real. Like, I got another homeboy named Patrick who who told me. I just spoke to him the first time in 2 months. He had COVID-19.
Wow, my pixelation. Sorry. And sorry to that person who had COVID-19. Are they okay?
I know. I'm trying to talk about COVID-19. Somebody suffering COVID-19. Did you talk about your goddamn pixelation? But okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I hate you, Rebecca. So, oh God.
So listen.
All right. I don't even want to talk about it, man, no more. Go ahead, Mondale.
I was just gonna say that, we should be honest about certain things. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't even joke about them. And the fact that Rebecca's camera is trash, we need to tell her.
I was waiting for it. I'm like, this nigga ain't about to be those. It's okay, because wait till I get a good camera. It ain't gonna be none of this, right?
Rebecca, I tell you what. If I can get you that camera today, I'm inviting you back. Even if they don't want you on, I'm inviting her back tomorrow. As soon as we get her the camera,
they can't not want me on.
2 days in a row is too much else.
Mondale and Marcus can't not want me on. Marcus shows me a lot of love and I really appreciate him. But Mondale, you can't not want me on. Everybody in the audience wants me on. I think I'm a good addition and a good balance to what you guys have going here.
Well, I'm so glad you said that, because according to the award,
I wanted to talk about this offline.
We got best group dynamic without you.
Oh, where is that? Where is that at? Yeah, let me put that up.
Who said that?
Well, they didn't say without you. They didn't say without you. They just said
man. You didn't read the fine print. It said best group dynamics minus
without
Rebecca.
Who said that?
Nobody said that.
It was the award, Rebecca. It wasn't me. It was the award. I was fighting for you. The award show was like, don't do it, boss.
Look, everybody in the comment section right now.
Oh, look, Rebecca, you come to she's trying to listen.
If you guys think that I do bring a balance and a flow and that necessary black woman.
No. We don't want to balance it.
We want to drill down and
put that in the comment section. If y'all want to see me more often on on this clickbaity show to balance it out, definitely
that's not how this works
in the comment section. Period. Put it in the comment section.
That's not how it's gonna work. It's not gonna work, Rebecca. It's not gonna work. Oh, I guess some of them like you. Some of them.
Are you looking at what's going on here? All I see is
I see a lot of people saying we are concerned about Rebecca's chemistry with the group, and we're not.
David, if you're watching, keep it look in the Mondale. I need you to really look in the comment section. It's going up, baby. It's going up. I just need y'all to know.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 7 comments. There's 1,268 people on the show.
Are you? I'm literally looking at this thing. Go on. Are you guys on YouTube? Y'all playing with me? Stop playing with me.
I'm looking at all the channels. People's like, please, oh God, please help us. That's what
please help, like anything but Rebecca. Like they're like,
I love it. I love y'all though. I love everybody who is supporting me. You guys are really going in.
So let me ask you this though, Rebecca, because truth be told, like we honestly thorough, like. All jokes aside, I want you on the show, and the truth is that though we want to make sure that because actually the first idea was for you to have a show by yourself. Like I was going to have you come up next. Like the idea was Clickbaity, and then either a show with you by yourself or a show with you and like 2 other sisters that I know are super fire. So that was the idea. But I mean, like I'm flexible with whatever, and I think we got Marcus back at this point, and he's got a special guest.
I heard him.
He's got a special guest for everybody to see. Boom.
Yeah, meet Wody.
That's what you called him?
Yeah, his name is Wody. Wody Bobo.
He's so cute.
That's adorable.
Because he's from New Orleans. I mean, he's from Louisiana, so his name is Wody.
He's so cute.
Oh, now that's
is he gonna get bigger than that?
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot bigger than this. He's 2 months old right now.
Hold him up just a little higher because I got that comment up there. Yeah,
he kind of looks like Mondale.
Oh, Jesus. Hang on, let's put him next to Mondale. Hang on. There you go. Oh, shoot.
He really does.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Marcus, you were going in, bro. I don't know what you were talking about, but you were tearing into whoever you were talking to.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was actually being nice.
We live in a world where it's okay for Rebecca to call me a dog, but I can't do the same.
Oh,
absolutely can I? We absolutely cannot. That's a fact.
I'm glad you know.
We know. Marcus, what were you talking about? It was so good. Forget about Mandela. No. What were you talking about? 'Cause I felt like you were telling them something.
Oh no, I was telling them about the lack of black ownership in cannabis.
Oh, you talking about weed? Should have known you were talking
about whoa, bro! I don't like your tone. Watch your tone when you speak about weed, bro. Like,
yeah. I was saying that there's less than 1% of black growers in America,
and that's a shame.
That like there's we've been farming since black folks came over here, and yet there's less than 1% of black ownership. So that's what I was talking about. How these states have done a tremendous job in making sure that they can put black men in jail, black people in jail for cannabis, but won't give us a license to grow it.
That's it. All right. So folks, we have gone over time.
Rebecca, did you pay these people?
In the comment section?
No, not at all. Not at all, sweetie. Not at all. It's just, they love you.
Did you call your high school class and tell them, hey, all 13 of y'all get over here?
Jump in the comment
section right now.
Rebecca says she about to Debo her way on this show. But Rebecca, would you not rather? Because we talked about this Friday. Like, would you rather have like a show to follow this one that was like 3 women, and then y'all get to speak about 3 black women, and y'all get to speak about politics from 3 black women perspective? Or do you think it's more important to have your voice in this space?
So let me say this. I know that I would love to just be in whatever space that allows me in the room. But Mondale don't want me on. He wanted to be 3 black men, 3 black kings. And he does not want a woman on here. I can see it in his face, like literally. But if you guys have me on every now and then, that will be great as well. Now, as far as my own show, my own show, definitely we can work on that. It's nothing
speaking
to
of, somebody dropped Kim Brown's name in the chat room. Kim from Real News Network, and I shout out to her, solidarity with her. She's no longer with the Real News Network, but Kim is absolutely dope. And I've already reached out to Kim, and if there's any way possible for us to get her and our family over here, God damn it, I'm gonna do it.
She's been a host of Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap at one point.
That's right. Before I even came around, right?
Yeah, before I transitioned this summer, she's hosted 3 or 4 of our episodes with us playing the role of moderator. So we don't mind. We love us some Kim. You know what I mean? And she's had me on her show quite a few times also.
I wonder, because I'm thinking maybe we do need to bring you in every now and then, Rebecca, or I don't know. We'll figure that off. Off air.
I think seeing Rebecca, once a year is dope. Just come in the week of Christmas and we'll call it a gift or something.
Oh wow, this is.
You play that cousin with. Listen, you like the cousin with potato salad and raisins.
Oh my
He's
God.
so mad that everybody want me on. It's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? Let's be clear. They want me on, and you just mad about that.
You call me a woody. What kind of dog is that, Marcus?
That's an English pit bull, right?
It's an English bulldog.
Yeah, bull. Yeah. Yeah,
so
that's a beautiful dog.
I called you an English bulldog. You look like the dog. The dog I said was cute.
All right. Okay. Soon as
I want to read this.
I'm going in as soon as you put this microphone.
Let me put this comment up from Rain DeSudd. She said a female version of Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. Though we have a few representing in mainstream media, they are. I didn't realize it was so low. Let me pull it up. They are unreal, scripted. Please give it to us real. And she's laughing at you too, Mondale. I mean, that might be the play. So we'll figure it out all offline. But I do know this. What we have here, what Marcus, you and Mondale created in Clickbaity in the first place, is a dope ass space that as soon as I sat down on one episode as a guest, I've been back every day since. And so we've crafted this space, and I think we can craft a whole lot more spaces like this. And that's what we're doing. So however it shows up, whether it's Rebecca here or whether Rebecca is hosting the next hour, the second hour, there's going to be hosted by 3 black women. We'll figure that out off air, and we'll definitely take y'all feedback into consideration. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, this show, we created this show because of a very simple premise.
What's that premise?
There's black politics is always considered clickbaity in the eyes of white people, right?
Exactly.
It's no matter what, and we're going through it right now. We're going through this exact moment right now.
I was wondering what the show's name was about, but thank you for breaking that down, Marcus.
Part of it. It's also on our web on our Facebook page.
Let this please. I was talking to Marcus,
which really means you ain't really been to our Facebook page, which says you ain't to clickbait history. I'm really hurt now.
I just want to stay for the record. I do want to put on the record though. I love this show so much that I put it on my own channel, and I'm like, I amplify you brothers because I think y'all are amazing, some of the dopest brothers and smartest fellas I've ever met in my life. But goddamn it, I hate the name of this goddamn show. I've always hated.
Yeah,
but the fact that you broke it down like that, I can
it makes
see
sense.
now.
It does.
Because before I was like, why do we call it clickbaity?
Ben, why don't you put the definition up there? The full definition for him.
Shoot it to me in a text, and I'll get it up.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to get it up without putting people's phone number on the screen again.
Please, Ben, please.
Bodie, stop biting my toes, nigga.
Yeah. That dog's not gonna live long eating them things.
I mean, somebody call Pete on this dude, man.
Marcus borrowed his beef from a Vietnam vet. You gotta get him back. Marcus toes do crip signs. Marcus toes gangbangers.
Hey, I can do like this and climb up a tree.
Huh? Nigga, stop. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I can't even. And actually, I can too. So, but anyway, I digress. Amy G on Super Chat wants to say, can you please say Marcus, tell us the name of your dog again? It's too cute.
Yeah, the name of the dog is Wody because he's from Louisiana. His name is Wody Bobo.
Wody Bobo.
I want a dog. I think I'm gonna get a puppy.
Somebody said they said why you got one of my sweaters on your dog. That's what they said.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to find a matching sweater. Y'all know my sweater game is tight. And somebody messed around and told me Polo made doggy sweaters.
Oh, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Hey, on the real, no, we had to have this show. We had to have this show because like you're not gonna pay that bill. Don't touch it. We had to have this show, and the reason why we had to have wait, brother. What did you just tell your dog?
You're not gonna pay that bill. Don't touch it.
You just told your dog if you ain't gonna pay the bill, don't touch it.
That's his child now. That's his baby.
Go ahead, man. We had to have this show.
Listen, no, we had to have this show because I mean, if y'all notice something, and I don't know if we've addressed it yet, but our simple truth on this show, whether you like it or agree with it or not, it's enough to anger a lot of people. Yep. Because we're not supposed to speak. Mm-hmm. Like specifically, black men aren't supposed to speak until we're spoken to in current politics. Fight me if you think I'm wrong, but we're not supposed to talk unless we got to be talked at. You know, how come you guys aren't coalescing to the Democratic Party's votes? How come you guys aren't coalescing to the progressives' thought process? How come you just don't? Because we're right and we do it better for you. So just do what we say. And to be honest with you, this show defies norms because you got political operatives who understand dynamics of politics, and we're not coming off. We are street, but we're not coming off completely ignorant to y'all bullshit. And we look good while we doing it. Thirst trap.
Represent. All right, folks. We are we 2 whole hours in. We can absolutely call it here.
Have we talked about it? Have we talked about it yet? You feel like doing that, Ben?
We could do a vote.
Y'all want to have the conversation right now?
What conversation?
We haven't had it yet. The conversation about why Ben was getting all the heat on him this weekend.
Why I lost 15,000 followers this weekend.
Did we not speak? Y'all, okay.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
But we are 2 hours in, so we can always just table it for tomorrow.
No, because there's going to be another day where people are saying that. Because here's the thing, I'm tired of people being in my inbox. And by the way, I really don't care about y'all. It's just that I like to skip over y'all's nonsense to get the stuff that I like on Twitter. So, let's go ahead and have it. Mondale, your thoughts?
Can I Marcus is trying to force a vote right now. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna vote president.
You gonna vote president? All right. God damn, y'all gonna make it. Y'all gonna make it come down to me, huh?
Do it, yeah.
Because I know Rebecca's like, I'm tired of this. Rebecca.
No, here's the thing. Here it is. Here's what the thing is.
Rebecca's in the Senate. It's the House of Representatives. She don't got no vote.
Hey, the trap squad. The people are saying do it now.
All right. So I got the clip.
Go ahead and do it now. Get it over with.
All right. So I'm gonna start off. Ready for it?
All right. You got it, bro.
Okay. Check this out. This weekend, Ben Dixon has gotten a lot of slack and a lot of heat for his comments about Brianna Greyjoy for been accused her of being sort of a tool for a whiteness in the progressive movement.
I have the clip and I can play exactly what I said so that people can hear very clearly. I don't know what kind of resolution. Is that just a picture? No, it says MP4. Oh no, it's a video. Okay, here we go.
Alicia, he didn't watch that video. He didn't watch that video.
Yeah. And I think
and don't care about black people.
Wait a
That's
minute.
the wrong one.
That's the wrong one. All right, keep going. Keep setting it up. I'll go get the right one.
All right. So and the world and the progressive world went crazy, and they actually tried to cancel Ben this weekend. And to be honest with you, I actually went on her show because what ended up happening was not only did they try to get at Ben, but they tried to get at Clickbaity and fuck y'all. Right? Yep. Y'all ain't gonna do that, right? And they tried to use Ben. I believe some people tried to use Ben's statement as a reason to not support the show one and not support Rep One, right? That they tried to conflate the two, right? Mm-hmm. So, but back to the topic at hand. So I went on Brianna Greyjoy's Joy Gray's show. I keep saying Greyjoy. I don't know why I keep saying. I went on her show. Because they were talking because she subtweeted me. She'll admit that she subtweeted me, and she was like, if people are trying to add on to the force to vote, and they shouldn't.
Hey, do me a favor. Let's not assume everybody even knows who Bree is. So go ahead and say
Bree is the first. Bree was the last communications spokesperson or press secretary for Bernie Sanders. Right. So you basically got and she's a black woman. Right. I respect. I've actually had conversations with her about the work before. Right. So I don't have any problems with that woman. And she basically said that she didn't have any problems with me, but she felt attacked by Ben. Right. But I went on a show, and I went on her show basically to do two things: to say, why are we focused on this Ben's statement instead of what we were talking about, which is Rep One, which she ended up, I guess, kind of believing, or I'm not saying she didn't, but we had a great conversation, right? And I apologized to her if I should have said something, because I said maybe I should have said something in the time that Ben was actually making those statements, right? But I'm also a very big fan of this. I'm a very big fan of letting people defend themselves, right? I'm a very big fan of letting people say what they have to say on their own, right? So I want to go ahead and get it out there, because I know everybody and their mama wants to, try to cancel Ben, try to cancel Clickbaity, and those are two things that I don't think are going to happen. It's not going to happen. But would you put that down?
Yeah. Okay. I got the videos now. So I got the videos now. So and I posted a super chat from 0P in the chat room. 0PE been rocking with us for a long time, been a long time supporter. And this is what they said. They said, Ben, you putting in the work and Bree putting in the work. If you disagree with her, that's fine. But is trashing her necessary? And so that's the entire lens and entire frame that everybody has. So before I even go into anything about any kind of receipts or anything of that nature, let me play this first clip. I think this is the right one. There are two clips that she shared on her timeline to make the accusation against me and against this show. Here's one of them. Let's see which one this is. I try my best not to attack black folks and give them space, but Brianna Joy Gray has jumped into this conversation as well. And she is coming on the side of, like she traditionally does, like, I have a complicated relationship with her in the sense of I consider her a colleague, but I also consider her wrong on a whole lot of issues. And this is the issue that she's wrong on. And she continuously is wrong on this issue. And she continuously serves the role as a black person who will be the spokesperson for white progressiveness that has not done away with their white supremacy. That role was mine, and I obviously turned it down. All right. So if you feel like that's trashing a person, I would hate to inform you all that making factual statements about somebody, even if it hurts your feelings, does not tantamount to trashing someone. And I do want to speak to this end that a lot of people are like, ooh, Ben, you're being intimidating, because this is what I said on Twitter. And I meant every word that I said. And if when this is all said and done at the end, and people come and apologize to me in 3 years, like they've been apologizing to me nonstop for Jimmy Dore, because I was right on Jimmy Dore in 2015, motherfuckers still apologizing to me for him. I don't even want you to come follow me back. Because when the truth drops, and it continuously drops, and it is demonstrated by far more people than just me, and I'll say whatever we need to say this morning to give you whatever receipts people feel like they need to have, but this is a long-standing truth about Bree. I am not, and the reason, there's so many other things, actually. Like, let's just get into it then. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, what's your, what's your, if you think you have evidence that proves you right about what you said about Bree, then I will, instead of,
I'm just going to bring up a screenshot, and I'm going to do exactly that. So here's the tweet. I don't own a house, right? This is Bree. I don't own a house, which is in reference to me going after Jimmy Dore for having his $2 million home that he just purchased, right? So she's jumping in on behalf of Jimmy Dore. She said, I don't have a house, so Benjamin Dixon has chosen to call me an Uncle Tom in lieu of an argument. And I'm sorry, number one, it's just factually untrue. I never called you an Uncle Tom. I stated a comment, an observation about your behavior pattern. And so if that's your definition of an Uncle Tom, that's something that's a personal problem for you. For me, I see a behavior pattern, and I've called you out about that behavior pattern for 3 years. Here's one last part. And this is just the A side. She said, I'm sorry you've chosen this route. I would have been happy to discuss. Now, I got some preliminary receipts, and there are DMs, me and Bree's DMs. Now, I did give these DMs to a trusted party so that they could look at them and say, I wanted a third party to look at them and say, well, maybe I think I got something that I don't have. They say I have something that I don't have. So I said, okay, fuck it. I'll leave it alone. And I've been off of Twitter. However, the fact of the matter is the B side of this tweet is absolutely a lie. It's a lie, saying that I'm sorry you've chosen this route. I would have been happy to discuss. Well, the thing is, Bree, we have been discussing this, you and me, literally. I was on the phone with you 3 years ago about this exact issue because you asked me to call you. You asked me to call you about this exact issue. I remember it like it was yesterday. Picture it, Sicily, 1945, right? It was, you were coming out of The Intercept in New York City on your lunch break. I was walking in my home in Atlanta from my garage to my laundry room because I was doing something for my wife. I remember the conversation as clear as day. You and I literally talked about the fact that not only I, but a lot of black people, more black people than we are going to discuss this morning because they're going to speak for themselves. There are a lot of people in this country, Bree, who literally have seen you demonstrate the pathology that I described very politely. Now, I'm sorry. I literally talked to you about this. I have your cell phone number. I have the DM threads where you got so mad at me, you just rolled your eyes and we didn't even talk again until Bernie ran in 2020. And what happened when Bernie ran in 2020? We sucked it up. And I said, you know what? I'm not really a fan of Bree, but she's working for Bernie and Bernie got to win. So fine. And I sent you videos, the video of Michael Bloomberg. You were like, great work here, comrade. Right? I sent you the video about Bernie, bruh. That's a complicated relationship. If in one sentence, I'm telling you that I think that you show up in a way that black folks don't appreciate. And then the next sentence, I tell you that, I honestly believe that you're doing this on purpose. You roll your eyes at me and then we are working together to help Bernie get in. That's literally the definition of a complicated relationship. So, I mean, I'm sorry if the facts actually line up to say that you demonstrate a pathology in which whenever a black progressive steps up to say something that is out of line with white progressives, you throw yourself in the way as a kind of like a black firewall, like the Southern black firewall we fought against.
But Ben, that's
just phase one. Keep going.
Here's my thing. Unless you can produce receipts, then you owe her an apology. But if you can produce receipts,
well, let's produce them together because the best receipts that I got come from your side of town.
Yeah, that's right. So here's my thing.
So you want to talk about those right now?
You can bring it up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So, but first, before I do that, and we are going to do that, I just want to play this one more time. Because for everybody who's saying that Ben was intimidating, Ben was rude, Ben was trashing her, I really just want you to take into consideration. I try my best not to attack black folks and give them space, but Brianna Joy Gray has jumped into this conversation as well. And she is coming on the side of, like she traditionally does, like I have a complicated relationship with her in the sense of if that's intimidating, then y'all just scared of black men saying anything. Now, what receipts you want? The fact that I've had this conversation with her before? Because quite honest with you, let me say this. If that's the receipt, then I'm going to say I'm giving, and I told her on Twitter that I give her the first right of refusal. I don't release these DMs, but I'm fuck it. I guess I can. Like, what I got to lose at this point? So if y'all need to see DMs, but the DMs are just the DMs is just the fact that, one, I've told her about this for 3 years. 2, we actually have had a conversation about this. 3, we have a very complicated relationship in DMs, and they all show the fact that we disagree with her on that exact issue that she's pretending like she's never heard about. So do y'all need to see that? Well, I don't even think that's the most important part of the conversation.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. This is what people are asking for, right? And I'm just trying to keep it 1,000, right? So people want you to apologize for calling her for saying that she's doing the bidding of white supremacy, right? You either
wait. Get my words right though. I didn't say she was doing the bidding of white supremacy. I say she routinely in search. Let's cut with the pretense. Marcus, do you know that she does this shit or not? And I ain't coming. I'm gonna ask everybody. I'm like Mondale, do you know that she does this shit? I don't know, Rebecca, how well you know her, but like, there's so many black people in this space that do progressive politics, that have literally put their lives on the line, who have been. You know who I owe an apology? Check this. I owe Noah Chunga an apology. I owe Wendy Muse an apology. I owe all of the black women who came to me in 2017 or 2018 and were telling me this exact thing. And you know what I did instead of confronting Bree? I DM'd her and we got on the phone and we talked about it. So my bad to the black women who told me this and very publicly fought this very exact issue. And I reflectively did what I always do, is go to the person myself. But maybe I should have just believed them in the first place.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If you want my view on Bree, like, I disagree with her about policy points. I didn't put together the thought process of her doing bidding for white supremacy or whiteness, right? I promise you, until you said it on the show, that's when I started thinking about it. But overall, I've had a great relationship with her. Right. And I've had a great working relationship with her. I've had a great relationship. All right, so let's do it.
Let's do it.
So that's exactly where I'm at with
Here's your receipt number 1. Let's go here. And the reason I didn't want to say this is because, one, it's yours and it's not mine, but it's yours through somebody else from the horse's mouth, right? So the horse's mouth, if you want to understand, like, if this is a lie, then Marcus, you got to go to your source. But we have said on this show that there is a black person who told Bernie Sanders' world that the reason Bernie Sanders was going to win in 2020 is because they had better black people in 2020 than they did in 2016. I didn't say that. I ain't come up with it. But this is where we got directly from the horse's mouth, and we went to them and they didn't even, so Marcus, you speak on that, brother.
Yeah, I was told that she said that about the 2020 campaign and black staffers.
And you verified that yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I verified it from a source.
That's a motherfucking
social. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's a fucking pathology. If you think that you are a better black person than who Bernie Sanders had in 2016, it's quite indicative of the exact thing that I'm talking about. So, okay. Right. Do we need more receipts? Do I need to put more? Because here's what I'm not going to do, folks. The reason I can leave this alone and just walk away is because, one, well, you know what? My bad for not jumping into the fray at the beginning of this. Right? When black women came to me and told me that Breonna Joy Gray was doing this as a pattern, what did I do? I called her. My bad. But goddamn it, I'm not going to sit out here and fight this by myself. If y'all know that this is how she has shown up routinely and consistently in these spaces, and y'all want to make me look like I'm the bad guy because I'm the one who's calling, I very politely said the truth. That's fine. I'll take the L. Shit. Listen, I've taken great.
I'm not. Wait a minute. I'm not trying to make you look like a bad guy, bro. No. I'm
not talking about you. I'm talking about the folks who know what's going on behind the scenes. There's a whole lot of other folks who are in our spaces and our place. So that's my spiel. Y'all can talk about what y'all want to now. I've said mine.
Oh, okay. So that statement alone. You said you had receipts, right?
Mm-hmm. The receipt go ahead.
I want to hear him because to be honest with you,
to hear what though?
It could be said that. Listen, it could be said that right there alone, the statement that I heard that she made about better black people, right? And of course, again, I have a source for it. I'm not gonna source it just yet, but that came from a source. But it still wasn't enough for me to say that she was doing the bidding of white folks, right?
That was just a direct. I'm gonna play my clip again because I want you.
That was just a direct diss of.
But let me.
I want to play my. Go ahead, Rebecca.
When he said that she was doing the bidding of white folks, does that not equate to when we say that there are people in these white progressive spaces pushing the white agenda? You know what I mean? Does that not equate? Because you guys say that all the time. And this was the particular person that he felt like, and mind you, I don't know her, but he was just saying like, this is how I took it. You know, these are
this people how she show up
that are pushing, you know, this particular agenda in these white progressive spaces. We got people that look like us that are doing that in these spaces. He never called her an Uncle Tom. That's one receipt that we showed already when we played that video back. And so are we choosy with our words because of who the person is, or I don't know what other receipts need to be done or said. It was something that he said that was blown way out of proportion. This is an opinion that he has. You guys get on here every day and speak your truth about what you feel about a certain particular person, and now it's just like way out of. I don't think no receipts need to be had. If there's a conversation that needs to be had with her, have it. If y'all want to be allies in this group or whatever the case may be, there is going to be disagreements all the time. All he said is what he feels that she's representing in this space. Now, if she wanted to have a conversation about that with him, that's up to her. But the way that this thing is being blown out of proportion, I don't think he needs to provide receipts. This is why I say the conversation is dead to me, because it's still going to be
curious. I guess I'm just curious about which receipts, because my personal receipts, fuck it, I would show. I mean, what do y'all need to? Are y'all not believing? Are they not believing that I actually? No, I'm saying like if it is the case that you all don't believe me, that I've had this literal conversation with her over the last 3 years. If that's what y'all don't believe, then fine, I'll show you the goddamn DMs. But the problem is way bigger than Ben Dixon. The problem, as far as Ben Dixon, is that I made an observation about how she is playing a role in this conversation about Jimmy Dore and the left in the exact same fashion that she does all the time, and that she did in this exact tweet. She even took us out of context. Let me show. This is what they shared about us, right? Talk about bad faith. Let's do this. I'm going to put this up, and this is a 40-second clip out of a 3-hour episode about Medicare for all and reparations. And her tweet says this, quote unquote, she took you. This is what she said about you, Marcus. You don't get no Medicare for all without reparations, Marcus. And then I said, I done lived 10 years without health care. I can go however long we got to go. Benjamin Dixon. And that gives the impression that we're not for Medicare for all in a 3-hour episode. So here's the clip, and then we'll just go a little bit further. Thanks for the reminder.
I just said it. Get pissed off at me, America. You don't get no Medicare for all without reparations. I don't want y'all to.
I done lived. Listen, bro. I done lived 10 years without health care. All right. But like I go however long we gotta go. But we're fighting for it. The thing is that the thing that pisses me off, a minute. The thing that drives me really. You mean I'm fighting for it, but you don't even quote that part? Okay, never mind. No, let's keep it playing. Jail time, mad, is the fact that these clowns have the nerve to lecture us about struggle. And I know struggle is universal, and black folks don't have a patent on struggling, but America has a patent on making black folks struggle. So how do you fix your mouth to look at any of us who literally come from the bottom, from your perch at a $2 million home, and say, Jimmy Dore, you can name the time and place, Jimmy. I'm that dude. I am that dude. And I am so reckless, it was going to take my mother to keep me. All right, I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, I would say like this.
So anyway, so you tell me, so now, Marcus, you put the impetus on me. But really, I think the impetus is on you, because you the one that got the names and the receipts on one of the most egregious comments I've ever heard towards black people. Doc, I'm sorry. When you say, and if it's a goddamn lie, I will apologize. But you know what? You sourced it, Marcus, so it's on you.
Yeah, well, I mean, ain't shit on me. Honestly, the reason why is because I don't give a fuck. This really has nothing to do with none of this shit. If I don't feel wrong by goddamn nobody, but here's my thing. To back up what you're saying and to back up what she's saying, you two niggas need to talk. Y'all two niggas need to talk, because she came at you. She ain't come at me. And I also went on her damn show and said what I had to say, right? Yeah. So, and here's my thing. If I need to call her a white supremacist or a fucking black supremacist and everybody's going to take that shit out of context, it is like this right here. This is what I officially got to say. This shit ain't fucking affecting my work whatsoever. And to be honest with you, I'm a little pissed off that everybody expects a apology instead of being allowed to have a viewpoint. That's
she's the one. She's the one that wants an apology without the discussion. And no, that's not how this shit works.
That is what I'm saying. So
okay, so if she doesn't want,
she wants an apology without a discussion, and it doesn't work.
That's okay. So let it go. You can't force nobody to have the conversation. Here's my thing about it. Yeah,
I can and could.
I would rather, yes, Ben, I understand, but I'm talking about for everybody in the group right now. Listen, like, you know, Marcus, I get it. I would love for them to have a conversation. You already went on there, cleared your name. You know, it's not affecting your money. You know what I mean? Your followers or whatever. But because you do have a connection to Ben, people are going to come to you about it. Right. So, and then for Ben, like, you tried. You said what you said. You tried to reach out to her. You took those steps. She didn't want it. She wants an apology. You rather have a conversation with her. She don't want it. So that's why I'm like,
I'm going about my business.
Because you like you were saying, if you got other shit to like move on towards, like you building a business, you doing all of this. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like at this point, please dead it. It's like it's one of those things that are gonna fall because there's so much work to be done. Like it's one of those things that's just gonna fall off. Like don't give it no energy anymore. When we're speaking about, just dead it. You said what you said.
I was ready for. We could have ended the show. We could have ended the show 30 minutes ago. We could have did it, but go ahead, man. It looked like you about to jump in.
People needed to know what was going on. People needed to know what was going on, and you allowed them to go ahead.
We could talk about it in any aspect or not talk about it at all, right? Because I know how this game works, right? The longer I talk about it, this is only going to go on as long as I talk about it at this point, right? So fine, we can talk about it or we can not, because what I'm not going to do is ever back down. I will walk away in the sense of I got other shit to do. But if we have the conversation, then I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing that I've been saying. The truth is on my side and I don't care. If that cost me 100,000 followers, I started with 0 followers. So like, I mean, okay.
So, and if I may, Ben, since you asked me about the onus of what she said, Bree, if you said that if that really came out of your mouth, let me be official about this. If that came out of your mouth that you got better black people this time around than last time around, and somebody's going to flame you for it. It might not be me, but if that came out of your mouth that you got better black people, that's problematic, right? And Ben don't owe no apology for calling anybody out if that happened, right? And from what I understand, that happened. Now, will I work with you again? Is this a learning moment? Is this a flame Bree moment? I ain't trying to flame nobody. I just want to get this shit clear, right? But on the same token, we got to start being able to take criticism. I damn sure did. So that's where I stand on it.
Sounds good to me. Mondale, what you got, man?
It's amazing the number of people came to Clickbaity for the first time who don't know shit about our show simply for this moment and how active they are in the chats right now. Somebody came over, like I'm gonna show you the definition of doing white people's bidding in the progressive movement in our chat. 3 motherfuckers asked a question, and the motherfucker said at the person who asked the first question what that person said. So the question was, what is white supremacy? What is the white progressive? What is white supremacy in the white progressive space? You playing that naive is upholding white supremacy. You are kowtowing for white people in that moment. That very moment is just that. Y'all pretending that there's no white space in progressive issues, there's no whiteness, centering the whiteness in progressive spaces is problematic for us. And that shit is fucked up that y'all are sitting here acting like this is not a real problem. This ain't no small fucking problem, bro. We know there are people who center white people and whiteness. That shit happens on the progressive side more than people want to talk about it. It is not small. It is not a reason to just like blow over that shit. This issue is so big because when you call that shit out, when you speak on that shit, you shake the fucking core of those who thought they were radical. When in actuality, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit. It is not small that you motherfuckers called Bernie Sanders the leader of your revolution. And it took 2020 before he said he was for reparations as a candidate for president when everybody else was already talking about reparations. That is not the definition of progressive. So y'all can sit over here and pretend that you don't know that this is a real fucking problem. And black people literally die because of the way y'all play politics. Build our power. Get out of my fucking chat with that dumb shit. People literally die. People literally die because y'all are scared to have the truthful conversations about what it means or what y'all consider it means to be progressive and how it misses the mark for black people and the problems that we suffer from on a daily basis. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe that it's more important to feed poor black people or to address reparations before we address the polar cap. I don't give a fuck you don't believe that. Because after this pandemic ends, after COVID ends, there's still a pandemic that we've been dealing with for 400 years that's killing us as black people, and it's white supremacy. And that is not hyperbole. Studies have been released that show you that white supremacy kills black people, physically kills black people. So pretend it's not a number one issue for you and act like why we want to center that and not fucking Medicare for all, and you don't understand it. All it means to me is you're colorblind. And being colorblind is anti-racist. I'm sorry, it's racist, not anti-racist. I don't have space for that shit. I don't have space for that shit. Y'all play games on these fucking internets, as if it's real. Motherfuckers are out here dying. Fuck out of here. This ain't no real fucking beef.
Not even.
And this man is, if Ben is acting off good faith, meaning if Marcus told Ben what Ben just said, Marcus told him.
I got to interject there real quick, Martin.
Hold on, Ben, because I got to say this. Because this shit is real. I don't even want to play games. If a motherfucker ever told me there's some better black people, the shit I'm gonna say about that person,
to the end of the world.
The shit I'm gonna say about that person. Come on, man.
But let me show you how I operate, though. Let me show you how I operate, because this is important. Because now one of y'all motherfuckers in this thing come to talk to me about no gossip. Because what did I say, Marcus, on Saturday? I said, yeah, I got that in my back pocket, but I ain't gonna play that card because I ain't personally verified it. And then what'd you do? You said, all right, let's jump on the phone. We jumped on with the person, and they said, hell yeah, goddamn right, that's what she said.
Wait, the source. So both of y'all were on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. This person heard her say that firsthand.
Yes.
When is that person going to come on our show?
Not going to. Not right now.
But here's the thing. Like, here's a critical thing. One, I wasn't even going to bring that up because I didn't hear it personally, but it does really kind of show you the mindset, and it should be out there because if it's a goddamn lie, it need to be treated expeditiously like it's a motherfucking goddamn lie. And the reason I know I'm okay with saying at this point is because they said, tell her to come back and verify the source for herself. So Bree, you can go talk to the people. You already know who you're talking about, Bree. Go talk to folks. You know who he is. You know where he is. You know what city he is. You know where he's at. Holler at him. That's number one. Number two, I don't care about that comment so much. You know why? Because we've known about that comment for 6, 7, 8 months now, right? But we were still in the primaries, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, this is difficult, but fuck it, y'all. Bernie Sanders got to win. And so what do we all do? Everybody who knew about that, we just like, you know what? Bump it. We got to do it. We got to win, even if that means that she made that comment and she's going. But whatever. We threw it all in for Bernie Sanders anyway. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to sit here by myself. And I'm going to say this right here. Benjamin Dixon, y'all want me to apologize for that comment? No. But I'm not going to mention that comment again until the thousands of other black folks who literally know this and have said it with their own mouth, that she shows up on behalf of white folks at the expense of black folks all the goddamn time. If y'all don't say nothing about it, I look like a goddamn fool out here by myself. So mom is the word for me. Peace. We done with that conversation. So anybody else got anything to say? Because as far as me and my house and Clickbaity and the Clickbaity house and everything else, we gonna have the show in the morning. I got a DJ coming in the morning. We got music gonna be popping. We got commercial breaks that's going. We about to probably have low key. We probably gonna have about 10,000 people watching us starting in January. We're working on that deal right now. We got a whole lot of stuff that's going on. And I said this about the breed thing. That's a tertiary conversation with me. Tertiary conversation, it cost me 15,000 followers. Fine, I allocated 20, but I will allocate all of them because I'm never going to stop telling the truth, even if you don't fucking fuck with me no more. That's number one. Number two, secondary thing is Jimmy Dore is secondary. The number one question that we are really talking about here, and we always talk about on the show all the time, is how whiteness and white supremacy infects every aspect of this political system, from Donald Trump to progressives, including Bernie Sanders' campaign.
The only thing I got to say is this. Y'all motherfuckers ain't breaking up Clickbaity. Y'all can't pit me against Ben. Y'all can't pit me against Mondale. Y'all don't even understand that we have had real arguments. We've had real arguments.
That's how the space is supposed to be. You guys don't have to agree with everything. Y'all can argue. Y'all can do all that and still come back and be fighting the fight, be to having the conversation. Everybody don't agree with everything, and that's okay.
Rebecca, your apartment look fire.
Yeah, that is.
You changed your position to like totally different. What'd you do? You just turned around?
Yeah, I just turned around. I'm sitting on my floor right now because I had to plug in my other computer to log into my other job.
Because we've been on so long. Oh, girl, you better get off this goddamn.
But I posted to the internet box. It's probably why I'm looking crispy right now. But no, I say that just because it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, this is people gonna argue. It's just that when people have the blue check marks and all these followers and stuff like that, people think that their word is Bible. Like it doesn't matter. People are gonna disagree with you too. Like at the end of the day, that's just it. That's just it. Y'all niggas argue on here every day, and be hot, and then tomorrow come back, to fight. And then be ready to love on each other and fight each other or whatever. That's just what it is. That's the whole point of having a conversation, having the conversation. Having conversations in this space. And sometimes somebody will say something, you don't agree with that shit at all, but then days pass, a month has passed, and you come back and be like, yo, Mondale, you said some real shit a month ago, and I didn't agree with that, but now I see what you were talking about. That's the purpose of these spaces. So
Yep, we do that all the time on here. All right, Rebecca, I think that's as good a last word as anybody else, but I don't want to cut off any opportunity for anybody else to get in there. We are going to be here the same time tomorrow, give or take approximately, give us some time. But we will have the DJ up here popping tomorrow morning so that at 8:30, even if we're not live yet, the DJ will be live and you can congregate and enjoy the show because we got stuff to do. Anybody else got a last word?
I got one thing.
Yeah, help yourself, man.
Go on Twitter, go on Facebook, make a statement saying if we're going to force the vote, it better be Rep 1.
I rock with that. Reparations. All right.
Hashtag Rep 1.
Mondale.
Mondale Robinson on all social media platforms. If you're progressive, we don't have the power to force the vote.
All right, folks. That said, 2 hours and 40 minutes in. We'll see you next time. Take care.